Right on time.
Woo! Make a wish. I wish we have home grow. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, let our plants grow. Stop changing the environment at will. Woo. Hey, I won billions just one night in a row. Hey, but my dreams never coming true. Oh.
I just left it so close because of the wire. I tripped over it once already. We put a piece of tape over the connection. If you want to play Wayne's song, it's on YouTube.
What's a seed without a sun? What's a human being without the Mother Earth? What is a human being without the Mother Earth? What is a plant without the soil? What is a God? I don't know. Let my people go. Yeah. Ra. Ra. Ra.
Well, happy 420.
Happy.
Happy 420.
Woo!
Yeah, man.
We got a few songs to play here. What else we got here? Johnny Stash, you have a song here. What's this? What's this?
Oh!
That's it?
That's it. Just a little short one,
Oh. all gonna have a theme song. Where's the Jim Miller song?
I think I sent it to you. You got Liz, Lights Up too, and do you need me to send you your song, or do you have that one too?
Happy 420, everybody. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. And roll 'em if you don't. Woo! Yeah. Happy 420. Happy 420.
Just glare. I want my devil to be legalize it on the Jersey Shore. Let the patients grow what they need from the back deck to the corner store. Devil the beach, oh yeah, let the small town finally breathe. Plant that seed in the window light. Let the whole world turn these streets to relief.
That's my Bon Jovi impersonation. The talk box.
Chemo got me crawling, but this flower makes me walk. All heads laughing by the beer they lean. Brown bag medicine, but the bud stays green. I want my devil to be legalize it on the Jersey Shore. Let the patients grow what they need from the back deck to the corner store. Devil the beach, oh yeah, let the small town finally breathe. Plant that seed in the window light. Let the home grow turn these streets to relief.
Mixed this one last night.
From Asbury Park down to Wildwood Nights, Grandma's little garden under porch light. Not a crime scene, just a healing thing. Let the boardwalk burst, set the people free. I want my devil the beach, legalize it on the Jersey Shore. Let the patients grow what they need from the back deck to the corner store.
Yes, punk for home. Bro, I got no signs. Everything's in my Jeep or ferry. I'm a mess. My life's a mess right now.
Let the home grow turn these streets to relief. It's Miller time. It's the Miller Minute with Jim. It's Jim Miller time.
I wish you could see Jim right now. No, forget it. No, the camera's perfect. Unless you could put it right back the way it was, but that's gonna be tough. Hi there. Hello.
Been a long time lurker of yours, and I finally made it down here.
Hi.
Hey.
What's your name?
I'm Aurora.
Aurora.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I think
Thank
we met
you.
at one of the town halls one
Oh.
time.
She brought me all the way from Alaska.
Really?
Yeah.
No, he's visiting.
Thank you for being here. How you doing? That's good.
Wow. Alaska.
Yeah.
You-
Dude, it's cold out there.
Grab a mic. Wait, I gotta hear this. Alaska. This is great. So you have some good weed out there. You want to have a seat, guys, or?
I mean, I don't mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come here, honey.
Another chair over here.
Yeah. There's
Cool.
Hey, bring it over.
Are we live?
Yeah, we actually just went live.
Okay, hello.
Hold on, let me get your mic on. You should be on now. I hope. We're.
Good morning.
You're on. I think your mic should be on.
Hello.
There we go. And Johnny.
Am I wrong? Is this the morning? How could it be wrong?
Oh my goodness.
I feel like
Yes, it's 11:22. We started at 11:11.
Yes, that's a perfect time to start 11:11. Make a wish on 420.
Yeah.
We're always 11 minutes late when it was 11 o'clock. Rather than set the clock back.
Sometimes you just gotta change the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Stoner time.
Yeah. Operates on our own time.
So I met you guys. I met you at a council meeting. Was that where? What town was that?
I feel like it was definitely Ocean County because I'm out in Ocean County, so
Okay.
it might have been Brick or
My.
something out there. I went out there with you guys.
Was it with Bongholio?
Yeah, I watch all your videos. I was telling him I was like they make sure that there's crosswalks for disabled people and the handicap ramps. They make them out of Lego sometimes.
Yeah.
Definitely,
Yeah.
I'm a big supporter, follower. I love you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Heart all your things.
Nice. That's amazing.
So I'm happy to be here.
Oh, we're happy to have you here.
Yes.
This is awesome. Yeah.
We're definitely looking forward to the event. We heard it's gonna be awesome.
All the way from here to Alaska.
From here to Alaska.
Yeah, I mean, I did come all the way up from Anchorage, so
Really? What's the story about that? You just here in Jersey for a visit, or?
well, I'm out here. I work on the North Slope in the wintertime from December to I don't know, March. I spend about 16 weeks up there. I come home every 4 weeks for 2 weeks, and I see her. And this time around, my mom's not doing so hot, so I'll be down here for the year.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, it gives me the opportunity to come out here and celebrate 420 years.
Yeah, man. So the first time you smoked weed, how old were you, and what was your experience like?
Let's see here. I was at Notre Dame High School in Lawrenceville. Shout out Notre Dame High School in Lawrenceville. I think it was like 2002. I'm a graduate of that high school. A friend of mine, buddy of mine, I was on the wrestling team. He was not. He wanted to go out fishing. So I decided, I was like, you know what, man, today's not the day for wrestling practice. I'm going to go fishing with my buddy. And he had a little bit of pot, and we poked a couple of holes in an old Coke can.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we made our homemade pipe, and we got it out there, man. We didn't catch not one fish.
That's funny.
And you got stoned the first time, right?
Oh man, I was completely stoned. I mean, I really rethought my whole life. I was like, wrestling practice probably just isn't what I need to be doing right now. But I mean, I graduated school. I went on to I guess criminal college, and from there I just got into the union. And I grew up. You know how it goes, man.
Yeah, man. And what are you doing now?
I work for local 341 out of Anchorage and local 942 out of Fairbanks. I'm a union laborer, and I do pipelining for ConocoPhillips up there, Prudhoe Bay, Coop Park, Alaska.
Wow.
So, I mean, I don't know if you guys know what cold is, but negative 72 is a common occurrence out there.
This is cold. This is cold to
It's
me.
like 45 out here.
This
right
is
now.
cold.
It's
It's
beautiful.
cold.
This is short weather.
Oh man. What's your favorite munchie food?
Favorite munchie food? I mean, it's changed over the years. I mean, I know this is weird. I'm a yodel guy.
Nice.
Nice.
And nowadays, I mean, I like ice cream, but with a little bit of like Reese's peanut butter cup, Blizzard maybe.
Nice.
But munchie food, yeah. Those two things are definitely my favorite munchie foods.
Am I like a psychopath? I refuse to munchie. I don't keep snacks in my house. Am I a psychopath?
Really? Nothing?
I go to the supermarket, I stand in the aisles, I look at the stuff, and I don't buy it. And if I have snacks, I'm very big on serving size. So maybe this is like red flags coming out right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. Especially when you're stoned. Stone shopping is the worst.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Come home with a bag full of stuff. I don't have to eat all this now this week.
It's
Forgot
definitely
milk.
weird lately. Yeah,
Milk.
I've been doing beets. Lots of
Beets.
beets.
He's
I
been
don't know.
eating
I mean,
lots of beets.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Cravings, who knows?
So, Aurora, the first time you smoked weed, how old were you and what was your experience like?
I know I was a freshman, So I think I was maybe 14 or 13. And mine is much cooler than his. It was Halloween. It was
Oh,
Halloween.
cool.
This is in East Windsor. And my boyfriend, his father was the dean of Petty School. So the first time I smoked weed was in the back of a short bus on Petty School property. But
I know that guy.
at first I didn't. I was like, I don't feel anything. And then I like slumped out of the bus seat, and I was super high. I remember I literally couldn't see straight. Like to walk straight, I had to like turn my head.
Oh, wow.
I was like, I couldn't even see straight.
I want to be high like that.
Yeah, I was super high. That was my first time. But then I stopped smoking. I probably didn't start smoking again until I was 23, because every time I smoked, my parents knew, and they would get in my face and do all this weird stuff and
Oh,
make
no.
me feel very anxious.
Oh, no.
So once I finally moved out of the house, I was like, maybe it wasn't the weed, maybe it was my parents.
Yeah.
And now
Usually is.
I smoke weed every day. I own 3 businesses.
Wow,
I'm a
nice.
mom.
Nice.
And yeah, I am a very big pro cannabis. It helps a lot of people. It helps people in pain. It helps people with depression, and I think it
Amen.
brings people together.
Yes.
And I just love weed. I want to be more vocal about it, but even though it's legal, as a mom, I get a lot of nervous. I don't want people to know I'm a mom and I smoke weed. You know,
Are you a patient?
I'm not a patient. I'm not a medical patient. Mostly because I don't want to fill out any paperwork about anything ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it definitely helps people. I got my weed saves.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah.
nice.
Because it does. I think it does save people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does.
I have a shirt that says cannabis saves lives.
Yeah, I have one of those too. But yeah, like I said, I don't munchie. I'm against munchie. Serving size. Serving size. That's it.
No Pringles with chocolate on them.
No, if Pringles says it's like 6 chips for the serving size, I'll do 8 to splurge. That's me splurging. I don't know. I feel, even my son, I won't allow him to eat chips out of the bag. I put it in the bowl. I just feel like healthy eating habits start young. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Yes. I have bad eating habits.
Not calling anyone out. I
Yeah.
don't want it for myself.
Bacon, pizza, fried food.
Bacon.
Bacon.
Yeah, bacon's always good.
I roasted a turkey yesterday, and I put bacon on top of it.
You can't go wrong. I mean, you got pork and poultry.
So good. I put the apple cider for the gravy, some chicken stock for the gravy. Oh, it's the best thing ever. That's my munchie food this week.
This week.
This
I like
week,
it.
this
It does
week.
change. It definitely changes.
Changes with the weather.
Usually it's crackers and cheese and olives for me. I'll just sit down and just house a whole bag of toasted Cheez-Its, some really sharp cheese, and some olives or grapes.
I'm trying to think about exactly what I've seen you snack on. You know?
What have I said?
It's got to be healthy. Whatever it is, I swear it's healthy. It's like a fruit or a vegetable. There's nothing, no junk food in the house.
That's good.
It's killing me.
It's literally
Let me make you some
Now we know why he
food.
goes to
Like, there's
Alaska.
no-
I'm gonna take off for 2 weeks just so I can go eat McDonald's.
I mean, I love ice cream,
Yes, there's always ice cream.
milkshakes, ice cream.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
There's a frozen dairy dessert.
frozen dairy dessert.
We're gonna go with that for lunch. Frozen dairy.
That sounds good.
A Sunday.
Today's Monday?
Yeah, I don't know. I woke up early this morning. Yeah, so it is 420.
So if weed's legal, why are we out here protesting? What's going on?
Home grow, man.
Man, what are we doing out here?
Yeah.
Why are we still protesting?
I sort of feel like it's legal, but not. Right?
Because you can buy it in the store, but you can't grow it in your yard.
There you go. What's going on with that?
I can get tomatoes in the store, and I can buy seeds in the store and grow them, but I can't do the same with my cannabis. You can buy the seeds, you can buy the flower, the plant. No way.
I mean, is there legislation going around right now trying to change that? Or
Yep.
There's legislation introduced to the council.
Right here.
There we go.
We're trying.
Trying. Got a blockade on it.
S1758.
That's it.
No, I love how you guys just keep showing up and just just keep pushing forward. Like I'm serious. Like I see what you're doing, and I'm sure there's other people. So, like I said, for me, the stigma, like it's still there. It's still there. I felt like
Yes.
when it became legalized, I had this hope that it would be like, oh, okay, but it especially like I said in the parenting communities, it's a really big taboo. And even like you want to meet up with other parents and they all want to have some wine, but you say, oh, let me spark this blunt, and they're like, oh, they're uncomfortable with you here. So,
Yeah. Get it.
Where she goes, I go. I mean, this is a great idea. We're definitely going to come out and support, any marijuana, legislation that's coming through that's benefiting us who smoke marijuana recreationally, or even, use marijuana medicinally. The less infringement, the better, right?
Yeah, man. It's not really legal if you can't grow it.
It's 5 years. One plant is 5 years in jail.
And $10,000 fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, on parole, you're not allowed to grow marijuana at all. But I am allowed to smoke.
But even if you have your card and you're a medical patient, you can't even grow. Everywhere else in the United States, you have a card, you can grow.
Now, I'm pretty sure in Alaska they have, there are grow laws out there, but they're very they protect the person who's growing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I know it's like a really federalized state in Alaska, but as far as the marijuana laws are, they're like really, really relaxed.
Well, who's gonna go out there and enforce it?
You'd be surprised, man. It's one of the most heavily policed states in
Really?
the country. Yeah. It's got all the oil up there. It's right next to Russia.
Fair enough.
They got more military installations out there, I think, than almost any other state in the country. More state troopers, more, National Guard, more Air Force, more Navy. It's definitely a cool state, though, man. You gotta love the wildlife out there. There's just something to be said about smoking some Matanuska thunderfuck and seeing like a 6.5 foot tall moose at the chin.
I think the reason why we don't have home grow is exactly that, is because our infrastructure is so large that there the money that's being generated or will be generated will partially go to that for sure, tax revenue, and so that's a problem for home grow, so you just said it, large military infrastructure, large federal infrastructure, large local police infrastructure. It requires heavy, a lot of tax revenue to fund all of that. Home grow will certainly take away from that. I would think, so I think that's should be a talking point. A lot of this cannabis revenue is going there. So how can we allocate that and maybe take that away from them, politically, and then move it somewhere else in the system and away from that kind of stuff. So maybe they'll interest will be less, for preventing home grow now. So because we need some playing, some balancing stuff. You know what I mean? Because they're just like, we're the king and that's it. We're telling you what to do.
The king.
Almighty King, may I have one plant, please? Just one.
Jim Miller just got in trouble for comparing Scutari to Trump. Wasn't that what happened, Jim? Jim?
He ran away.
Jim? Hey, Jim, what happened? You compared Scutari to Trump, right? And it was a backlash.
No,
did you get back?
I didn't compare him to Trump. I compared their.
Oh, I can't hear you. I can't hear a word you're saying.
Well, you know better than to ask me then, bro. You're gonna ask me what I don't have. That's my.
Come over to your chair.
That's my way of saying, what are you talking to me for? I don't have a mic. I don't know how to get that.
I ain't got you on camera. I got you on mic. I got nothing.
Yeah, what it is he single-handedly, as Senate President, not allowed a medical cannabis home grow bill for 4 adult, 4 mature plants. Senator Scutari got 6 plants passed in our original bill when it was him. He got medical marijuana on the board. He didn't write the bill, but he came in as a municipal prosecutor for not arresting people who this helps, So he's like hooked himself onto that wagon and thrown himself right out front because he's the perfect one you want doing that. And he got 6 plans passed on the Senate side of the floor, 22 to 16, included in the original bill. 6 months later, in the Assembly, the identical bill that needs to be passed was changed to omit it with the ultimatum: if you don't change yours too, we won't have 2 identical bills. It's a lame duck session. It's going to get kicked over to the next session. Patients will suffer another year wondering if they're going to be getting arrested or not. And he said, let's get as many patients off the battlefield as quick as possible. We can revisit home growth for patients down the line once the program's up and running. 2009. Okay, I agree. I mean, so, no, I gotta wait. Okay, if people that aren't sick or care for somebody that's sick, you want to wait. The people who've seen the other side of that for a couple decades of their life and live every day scared that if you don't come up with something new, this person's gonna lose, So, yeah, I took issue when I found out that he became Senate president. I was happy. That's 4 years ago. And then, because there was a bill that was just written and it didn't get a hearing. And that Senate president didn't get reelected. We got the guy that wrote the bill that had 6 plants, and this is only 4, right? Feeling good. Well, maybe he's not getting around to it right away. But he will. Well, what happened? 1 year turned into another, Turns out he's not letting the bill be posted for a hearing. Senate president can keep any chairman of any committee from posting a bill. It's within his power to do that. So in doing that, I thought, well, that's kind of like he's doing it, but without an explanation. So that's the kicker right there. No explanation. Why not? Why did it get pulled out of the first bill, you might wonder? We never found out. Never were told what broke, so we knew how to fix it. Because it's somebody else pulling the strings. I mean, it's New Jersey, how it works. But anyway, right now, Phil Murphy, the governor last session, stood on the sidelines. Bill's blocked from being heard. Now, you can block a bill when you're Senate president from being voted on, right? So if he doesn't want it to be a law, don't let it get voted on. But what he is preventing is the information from reaching his Senate colleagues that would show them what a good bill it is. Now, how can I abide by that? That's censorship of the credible, pertinent information that senators rely on to be the best source of information on any bill. Any opinion a senator has is not worth anything, so you know where the opinion comes from. My grandmother hated marijuana, so I don't think it's a good idea. Say it then. But without the discussion being had, you cut out the discussion, there's no path. And we're talking about seriously some sick and dying patients who can't afford their medicine. Yeah, maybe they can't grow because they're not smart enough. You'll find somebody that can. The law would stipulate for that. You can have somebody else grow. If you can't move, you can't say you got to physically grow it. Somebody else can grow for you in your home.
Isn't that what a
But with all
caregiver
that
is?
going on, and no explanation.
What, Johnny?
And the
Isn't that what a
governor
caregiver is in other states?
She supported
No headphones.
this sort of thing before the election. 89 days into her first 100, nobody's gotten a return on this issue. So that's why there's a sign behind you now with an arrow pointing up at that sign saying, is this okay with you, Joe? And the thing is, gosh, you're not necessarily going to see it, but Lefty doesn't realize it. I'm surprised I get a table over there with an explanation. Actually, I should have just brought one over and said, here, because it's well worded. How do you get the information from the government? People are walking right in and out of the state house. I don't know what for. I get a sign that says, hey, if you're in the first pass of the donor, she needs this. Now, Lefty can, at one point, call the number to the governor and ask if somebody would come out and take his information. We're trying to get somebody to, just to make you say, well, you got to try everything because mistakes are going to be increasing.
Human being is environmental.
I don't know. I could show you pretty funny pictures
very,
of me
like we
picking
don't really
Congressman Malone's house
Yeah,
on Ocean Avenue in Longbury.
that's always a good time.
Because he lied to my wife 6 months before she died in 2003. Said he was going to talk to another congressman who was good with us from New Jersey. He never did. She died. I take issue. So I went and walked in front of his house, back and forth, with a sign and said, "Here lives Congressman Malone." He lied while my wife died. You know, no M word, no marijuana word, no. Oh man. So anyway, the Long Branch police eventually had to agree that yeah, I could stay there. They gave them a night to think about it. They came at midnight. And they said it's just there for the life and property. You know, people going by, they can't see her sign. I said, okay, I'll go. Well, I'll come back in the morning. And if you like the sound, the videographers can be right across there in the parking lot. So you might want to tell the morning crew they got to read like the Constitution, the 1, 3, 4. It's the first.
Oh, that's the first. That first one there.
Yeah, right. So anyway, with all that, they let me stay. Now, I'm not saying that would be in line for somebody like Senate President people. I'm not saying. I'm just saying that if I ever did that again, it would come with a fair warning to the local police and to the point of discontent, not a time and a date.
Coming to your
But
house
you can
next.
negotiate, and this won't happen. But here's pictures you could call Congressman Malone and ask him how it worked out. Now that's a reference, you know. There's a step down to the state level. So I had a dream about it, and I don't know if it was a warning to stay away. Or, yeah, you should. I don't have any proof of that shit. So, oh yeah, and 420, I found out on 420 in 1998 that meant something because we had been arrested with my late Cheryl for eating part of a bud in the congressman's office doorway in front of the world media. That'll get you arrested, you know. But anyway, you know, we found out by doing that, you know, that they really didn't want her because if she wanted to be arrested, they made a mistake.
Where'd you get that brickweed from?
Oh,
So
yeah, I'm a
then they
wizard.
dragged her back to D.C. from New Jersey and Tom's River. It hurt her a lot because she could only move her head and a little of her shoulders and arms, and it hurt. And I brought her back, and we got to court, and said, "We got to get new fingerprints to delay the media because of the media there, and they were going to wait 4 hours." Imagine that. I mean, you got a wife, she's in pain. I fingerprinted her the first time to be as good as I could. You know? And anyway, they were using that as a reason to get the media to go away. So when they came back and said no charges, we refused to leave. Now I confused the judge because when somebody doesn't have any charges, they're off, you know, they're not following through. I'm betting almost every time somebody just left. I don't think this judge ever had this happen because judges see it all, and they're good at detecting bullshit, and they didn't quite know what to think. So, yes, I yelled at I lectured the state attorney for the federal attorney. And then the judge said to Cheryl, looking down at her, Cheryl, if you don't agree to leave, I'm going to have to And she went, you won't charge me, will you?
All right, yeah.
Wait a second. What are you going to do, arrest her for not leaving and threaten her with coming to court? But anyway, yeah. Then I did say to the court, I'm sure the court's heard these words, just not in this particular order, to today is your lucky day. You agreed to show mercy upon the poor relief. And it was just so satisfying to relieve them by removing our presence. And anyway, they did learn something because the next year, when they're called to Bob Barr's office, who kept this medical cannabis from being legal in D.C. All by himself. She had me later down in the office doorway on a sleeping bag and some pillows, and did a little office takeover with some students from Georgetown to stop arresting patients behind us. And I'm all like full of it. Hey, you want to walk all over? Start with her. You want to walk all over somebody, you know? And
check them.
yeah, so they came to arrest
No,
us,
that's what they
but
say.
they
No, I
knew how
definitely
to go.
think there's something to be said about that.
So they tried to.
There's something to be said about that. It's definitely difficult.
They said to her first, Cheryl, would you like? Everybody has to clear the hallway. Everybody was with us, cleared the hallway. Everybody doesn't clear is gonna be arrested. They cleared. We're still there. She thinks we're under arrest. They say, would you like us to help Jim put you back in the chair? And she didn't understand, like, where's the cuffs and things like that. And I went to explain it to her. And then they yelled at me, we're not talking to you, and we're going to arrest you, blah, 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 blah. And they asked her the same question. She looked up at me again. I started saying it again. I couldn't believe how quick they grabbed my ankles, one of each, somehow flipped me over so I was face down. And they trotted down the hallway. And I'm like watching her get small in the distance, and I'm, you know, and I'm like, I messed up this time, man. Cheryl's gonna kick your ass.
Yeah.
About like 5 minutes later in the paddy wagon, they started it up, and I said, "Where's Cheryl?" And he goes, "Oh, they didn't arrest her." So, yeah, they arrested me and not her, and I lost my shield, and it wasn't pretty. You know, I had nothing. I didn't have any teeth at all. So then at that court case, yeah, they weren't dropping my charges, but they wouldn't allow Cheryl in the courtroom because she would taint the jury. Just her appearance would make them prejudicial. And our nursing staff is not allowed to take care of her. She's too, you know, we're not allowed to take care of her. And so I would have somebody else with her in the hallway for 8 hours, and they said it's going to be 4 hours on the part of the prosecution. 4 days. And, you know, I had no choice. They knew it. That was rude. That was wrong. You know, that never rushed me. However, we did sort of win because the judge did not like me. Because in the beginning, she said to my Laura Mark Goldstein, what is this about anyway? You know what happened before. It was a medical marijuana. I thought so. No. You know, to his request. I mean, and I'm like, well, yeah, that's a good reason for a retrial right there, but it's not going to help me now. You know? So basically, Mark said, I want to call for a recess. We got to, you know, discuss this. He knew she was getting off the bench at 3 because she had her own problems and she was going to a case of her own, divorce or something, at 3. So we waited till about 2:30, messing around with the prosecution, and they'd make an offer and he'd come back and I'd say no. And finally, he went down and said, hey, we got reassigned, man. We got a great judge. He's a maverick defense lawyer. He is going to love this. And, you know, I'm like, awesome. And he did. And then the deal was we get to speak and they don't. And I plead guilty. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's a big mistake on our part, don't you think? So anyway, Mark, my lawyer, says, first of all, I want to show there was no animosity beforehand. They, in fact, hadn't met the day, 2 days before in his office because we went to not tell him what we were doing, but meet Cheryl. At first, oh, we're in a wheelchair. Hi, you know, and I'm going to take a picture, and I take one while he thinks it's a good meeting, and then I change the camera like the other way so I can tell which is which. And then I said, well, the reason we're here is because you're a position on medical marijuana. Click, you know, and then we went about it. And then 2 days later, of course, officer arrested. So when the judge held that up, the other lawyer freaked out and said, "There's no mention of this. There's no. The prosecution has pictures as well, Your Honor." And the guy was looking at it, leaning back, and he looked up and went, "Sit down." The judge went, "Underhand, sit down." And we're semicircle, so I folded my arms so that the guy would look at me, and I went like that, you know. And anyway, my turn to speak. I apologized to the court. I said, "I see eight officers here. One could have told the story." I said, "They're going to take 4 days at a time, 3 hours to tell a story." Anyway. So the judge said, "No fine, no time. I'm sorry. I got to get $50 for you from the Victims Compensation Fund. I wish you both well." You know? So that wasn't too bad. Yeah. They never stopped though. We were back at Bob Barr's office door, but it wasn't Bob Barr. It was oh yeah, Cheryl kicked him out with a commercial. She made a commercial. Kicked him out of office. Anyway, there's an active long strange trip. So anyway, this was I was finding it at 4:20, and what time is it now? About 12:30.
You did.
12? Yeah, we're just about. No, we're still getting fingerprinted. I mean, I know where I was 28 years ago today. I was mad. They mugshotted me, and I've never got my mugshots. I really want my mugshots.
You gotta get them all on one page.
I said, well,
Get
you
them
know,
all
the
on
fun
one
is,
page.
when I
Jim
brought
has
her
to
back
scoot
to be
over.
re-fingerprinted, they wanted to take mine too, and I don't care, you know. So I had a mugshot with a jacket and tie on. You'll never see that because they take your shoelaces, your belt, and your tie before they mugshot you. You know, once they get you there, and so I thought that might look good because I kind of posed like I was doing a headshot for an acting job or something. And I want Cheryl's first mugshot because that'd be my fingers in the bottom. They actually have you hold the card. And after they were done with me, and they said, "Cheryl, could you hold this?" And then she looked at them. I looked, oh man, they were just so. Yeah, I went over the line sometimes, embarrassing people that had her arrested. You know when they insisted on taking her fingerprints. Yeah, and any of us would walk up and it'd be about waist high on a 6-inch ledge on a wall with a set of ink pads there. And you come up and they hold your finger down and roll it. But with Cheryl, it's up here. And they roll her up, and I say, "I better help you with that." We got it. So I said to Cheryl,
We're the experts here.
I said to Cheryl, blast off position, which meant she's got what she can to keep her arms there and best she can to, keep her hands on the seat. Because as soon as they went to pick her arm up, she contracted, which drew her body towards the edge of the seat because it had leg guards on the back. So when they pull in, and she started slumping down, and then I said, "Blast off!" and I tilted the chair back, and she slid on back. I mean, it was just fun. Some of that was fun. If I did, actually, I'll do it after this. I can show you the '98 arrest on NBC News. It's not much, but it's like really funny to kind of see how it went. And then I ended up lecturing from the office doorway before getting arrested. Because it's the only way. Like, you back into an office doorway and you start doing your thing. I never really looked in the office, and it wasn't like people were stopped in the middle of a thing, but it almost looked that way, like a cartoon or something, But I wanted to look and I couldn't get a look. So anyway, when I explained the serious nature, I think I said, "So she's not going to live much longer. Does everybody get it?" And I looked around and they were pretty frozen, And then the cops came in. And I tell people, how brave you got to be somebody like Cheryl backed into the doorway. You've never seen what's behind you. Police start walking in, one on this side, one on this side, one on the other, and she's being pulled back into the vortex. I had to be wild. I've taken some
But
of the
nobody
muscle
really knows
relaxers she's had to take because anything she had to take, I would take,
Also,
except for the what do you
Medical
call it?
purposes only.
Steroid, the prednisone. I wouldn't try that one. But the muscle relaxer she took, and she had to have quite a bit to do that in addition to her cannabis green butter. And I can't imagine what it was like.
It's an angel feather.
It was funny to be the one that was always scared, and she was always the one that wasn't scared.
Well, when we pulled up, the car
I
in front
think we
of us, the
averaged it
license
out
plate
in
said
the end.
444, and then over there it says 333.
Oh, those are my favorites. Tracking all that stuff.
What do you got? Hey, Dan from Hetty. How are you, Dan?
Hey,
Grab
Lefty.
a mic, bro. Woo! What's going on? Happy 420.
I'm good, Lefty. How are you? Happy 420,
Yeah.
guys.
Woo! What's going on today for 420?
Yeah, I thought it'd be a good time, check out here, where this all started, the State House.
It did.
It's always like a fun time.
Yeah.
For example, to see that. It's been a wild time. It's definitely the coldest 420, I feel, unfortunately, but, it's still interesting. Home grow's always a hell of a thing. I think we should call it home gardening and just focus on the gardening part because, like, a person gardens, the companies grow.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Because you think of it, you could
I
grow
like those words.
other spice, similarly, or for like medicinal purposes, I suppose. So I feel like that would help, but it's difficult. But we make progress. We rally. The other thing about like 420 and like weed and being like this deep into weed is it's like my friend. It's like every day is 420.
It is.
If you think of it that way. So then I was living with a girl back in the day around like 18 and like working a job. And I came home and it was like a Friday that year. And it was definitely like fun that day because people were like giggling about what day it is. That type of stuff. And like I smoked it and I got like too talkative for her. And that was difficult, for my now ex-girlfriend. So things are different, shout out to my now wife, she likes gummy sometimes, Jody. So, fun times.
Yeah, man.
It's always interesting. I was trying to reflect about like the idea, what does 420 mean to you, Lefty?
420 is a stoner holiday, a recreational cannabis, and I love it. I think stoner holiday is great. We need more stoner holidays. But my big day is 7/10 for the patients. I like the Cannabis Patient Awareness Day, which we took back. But the patients took that day back. So in July, we'll be here July 10th for Cannabis Patient Awareness Day. And that's for patients. So today's for stoners. All you stoners out there, congratulations. You got your own day. Thank you. And thanks for, but hey, it's fun. Let's get high. And our patients are enjoying it too. I'm a patient. I'm enjoying the hell out of time because I take an extra too.
Yeah, it's always the thing about being a patient. I was reflecting on this, like, it's difficult, like, being, like, the official numbers, but, like, it's kind of funny, because, like, similarly with my doctor, I got digestive issues, so I got prescribed something called Meprazole. You eat it. So then it was, like, annoying for, like, a little while, but then I was like, oh, wait, isn't that a Meprazole, like, just on the shelf there? That's awesome. It's over-the-counter medicine. How convenient. And I was like, you know what? A lot of the adult use is over-the-counter. For like a lot of people, and I include myself in that for like I was saying, like digestive issues, anxiety, sleeping now. Yeah. So it always helps. It always depends on like what you need, for that time being. Like I definitely like went to a party once and had like indica and was like not in the party mood. When I was like in college once, that was not ideal. For example, I definitely had like sativa like too late at night. When I wanted to fall asleep, and that was not ideal either. But that's like the value of like this new legal era is like we understand these things, and it's like cool to know about it. It's not like you know so much about weed, stoner.
When did you first hear the phrase 420 and find out what it meant? Do you remember when about that would have been?
Oh, that's a good question. Oh, high school. Yeah, definitely sometime in high school, I would say.
What year would that be?
16, 17, maybe. Because I think it's also Hitler's birthday, which is also intense. We're not celebrating that. So, yeah, it's always like fun to like reflect on like what it means. Like it's simply like there's a lot going on in dispensaries.
And people laugh for no reason on 420. I love that. You know, I do that a lot. You know, just because I feel like I'm allowed to. It's I was explaining earlier. I only found out because like I know that 28 years ago to right now we're getting back to see what's going on with the thing the arrest in Jim Rogan's office. It's scheduled for the hearing to see what was going to happen on 420. And when that scheduling happened, everybody's like 420. You know.
Oh, is
What
it really
the hell?
happening today? Oh,
What
boy.
the hell, you know?
I have to write that story
Yeah.
today, too.
Yeah, so, but, you know, it was like, to find out, and the thing is, on 420, we refused to leave when they said no charges. We refused to leave because we shouldn't have to come from New Jersey to there. A lot of pain for Cheryl. A lot of freaking pain gonna happen on the way back. And I'm like, you called us down here to not press charges? Are you shitting me? So it's like, hey, you know what? Maybe we're not going to leave until you do press charges. Now, Cheryl didn't speak up a lot herself, but it got so quiet. Judge didn't know what to say, never heard that before. Nobody else in court waiting for their appointment, never heard that before. It got really quiet when she went, maybe we won't. And I'm glad I didn't laugh because it was like perfectly timed. Then the judge actually says her exact words, because I remember them every day since then. But Cheryl, if you don't agree to leave, I'm going to have you placed under arrest for contempt of court. And Cheryl went, but you won't charge me, will you? Almost like she wanted to giggle, like what a stupid thing to say that way. It's like, we refuse to leave. All right, we're going to arrest you. What, and call us back? Okay. You know, I mean, it was absurd. So I did get to say, I didn't know, I knew I had to say something, and like, because nobody was talking. And I wanted to say okay, but say face a little, you know. So I came up pretty quick with, I'm sure the court has heard these words before, but not in this particular order. Today is your lucky day. We agree to leave. He turned around and, you know, tried to bop out, but it's hard to bop with a wheelchair. Yeah. So yeah, I'm doing pretty 420 today. I go with potluck, which is it's in the car, a jar of balm made with a magical butter machine of foodberry. So I take a fingerful, and I don't know how many cookies that might relate to it. I find out later, and so that's kind of my style. And then it catches up. And the thing is, I do that because the toker tool just like sort of ignite it. You know, and it's less so everybody's got a first time. And I'm thinking when it is cold, and the coldest we've been out on 420, but what's going on in Alaska? I'm from Alaska. And he's not in Alaska where I read some parts of there's 5 feet of snow. What the hell? Did you know that? 9. No. I don't know. You don't know nobody in 5 feet of snow that's 4 feet. It's 4 feet tall.
Oh, nice. You know, my friend just sent me a picture. Like there was like a little snow on the ground in Western PA. Which is really intense, you know, for like late April. You know, it's spring. So.
Yeah, well.
It happens. We'll make the best of it here.
I prefer this to the blazing heat. Really.
Yeah.
Right, it's always the other catch if you're gonna be out here on the State House lawn.
Yeah.
The shrunken lawn now.
Yeah. Well, having worked outside for most of my life, I mean,
Oh damn.
I know how to stay warm and, you know.
Oh, it's difficult. Yeah, no, I have like I'm half Hispanic, so I like to be warm.
Oh.
And then like I'm a writer, so usually you're inside. Sometimes it's fun, you know, it varies. Yeah, I'm trying to bundle up. But I went to Atlantic City Saturday. I was not bundled up. It's not ideal. I try to make the best of it, but then like it's been a wild time in general.
How was that? It was good?
Yeah, I went to this bud crawl. It was really interesting seeing like all these dispensaries and like a fun bus where we were like smoking weed. And like really like getting down there and seeing like how people are and doing. It's really interesting because it's such like a seasonal town. So then it's all, I feel like I go down though when it's off season mostly though. Like in the convention era of spring versus like summertime. It's so funny because it is Memorial Day to Labor Day. Because like a lot of times you go like after Labor Day, it's quieter. So always interested. Always go to like fun to go down that way. Heading New Jersey, crossing the state. It's a hell of a thing. I'm like an Essex guy now. Born in Middlesex. Been working in Hudson for a good amount of years too. So it's always like interesting to figure out like the different regions of the state, like the different bastions of cannabis, like here and there and everywhere.
Yeah.
It's always like the thing versus like this is not like a regional area of just Trent's a bastion, like in general. Only because we're at the State House, we also have Mr. Weedman down the street.
Yes.
We have Mayor
That's
Guzio
right.
has always been fond of it. He sponsored like the original Kumba, I believe, the medical cannabis bill, like back in the day, as well. Yeah. Fun times.
He was the one that originally introduced it, and then
With sorry, that name.
And Senator Scutari ran with the Senate bill.
Yeah, what's
Right.
going on there with that? Welcome, Ken Walski, by the way. Hi, Ken, from CMMNJ. Welcome.
Hello. Thank you so much. Yes, Coalition for Medical Marijuana New Jersey is here today in the cold. Assemblyman Gucciaro was the original sponsor, but Scutari was the first one to introduce the bill. For some reason, the Assembly bill didn't get introduced in 2005 before Senator Scutari did. So
that was, I think, if I remember right, at the request of Roseanne Scotty did not want the bill introduced at first, and I think she was pretty upset when Scutari
Really?
went first. Yeah.
Why didn't you want it?
Well, no, it was actually the stated reason at a meeting in Robbinsville at our original meeting place
Oh no.
was that legislators who stuck up for might lose their job, and that we should wait till the lame duck session. And that got me on the opposite. Got me on the opposite side of that. And she said we have to have all our ducks in a row, and then I explained that it was a popular issue, and we should do a poll. And then she explained very loudly, and I was surprised how much a poll cost. I mean, she had a right to. That costs $30,000 to $35,000, and I find it did. So she was right about that. But then 6 months later, they did do a poll, and when the poll came back, 86% favored it, and 11% were against.
80s.
Yeah, then they jumped into action and did really, really good work.
Yeah, you can do like a lot with a poll, even if it's like expensive. Especially you get like a respectable guy to do it. It's always like fun if you have the popular support.
86%, I mean, the things that didn't have 86% were,
Yeah. Yeah, the referendum
almost
passed 67% similarly. It was like crazily insane, no politicians are popular. We've never had like issues with the military or misogyny. The way a candidate did. Candidates could be inexperienced.
I'm not the kind of guy that sits here looking at the phone while things are going on. I got a picture
I look at the computer.
I want to send, and I know how to do that. So I can't split my attention one little bit right now. I got to tell you.
But Gutierrez has been consistently supportive of cannabis reform, and now, of course, he's mayor of Trenton, and Trenton has a number of cannabis. As a matter of fact, he appointed me as chairman of the Trenton Cannabis Advisory Committee. So our committee, we received the applications for cannabis businesses in the city of Trenton, and we passed on our recommendation to the city council, who gave final approval for those businesses. But also, he has now adopted cannabis as part of a health employee program for the citizens of Trenton. So we're very proud of that. And Trenton was the very first city to have cannabis as part of their health program for their city workers. So that means that if you are, it's one of the health benefits of for employees, so that you, just as you can get other health benefits, as an employee, cannabis is one of them. So
They'll give you.
I'm not sure how it actually works. I haven't actually seen it work. I don't know anybody in Trenton who has actually used it yet. It's relatively new. It's maybe about about a year old. But but anyway, it does exist. So I haven't actually spoken to anybody who's used it.
Because I'm like, is that a voucher card to like a dispensary?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not really sure how it
like
works. Yeah.
That sounds like something, like they can say that they're doing that, but like, how does it work? Is it actually accessible to the people?
Kind of coverage. Some of our board members actually would be the best people to answer that. Jeff Booker and anyway, some of the people from Canada coverage, because they got it started. They also got it started for, I think there's at least one other municipality and some other an agency in New Jersey that allows cannabis as part of their medical program. But that's one of our ongoing issues. Medical access to it, medical insurance. There should be, just insurance coverage across the board for medical cannabis. It's a medicine. It's recommended by a doctor. Why aren't insurance companies covering this? We argue that they would actually save money by doing so, because if you get a recommendation for cannabis for a specific illness, well, it also covers other illnesses too. So you're saving a lot on pharmaceutical drugs if you're starting to use cannabis, and also. I know some people who had Crohn's disease who would come and testify at the State House about how Crohn's disease helped them, and then when they got tested for growing it in their homes and they couldn't use the marijuana for the Crohn's disease, suddenly they needed surgical interventions for their stomach problems. So that was that it could prevent surgeries, it could prevent hospitalizations, it could prevent emergency medical transport. So there's an awful lot of ways that insurance coverage for medical cannabis could really save money in healthcare. So anyway, that's one of our main issues, and also hospital access. You have to stop hospital. You have to stop your medical marijuana when you go into a hospital. That can have fatal results, really, for a seizure patient.
Is that Ryan's law?
Ryan's law in California does allow for medical marijuana in some healthcare facilities. I know they allow it in hospice. I'm not sure how many healthcare facilities they allow it in. But several states now are allowing it in some instances where some healthcare facilities. But right here in New Jersey, we have passed Jay Koenig law in 2019 that says institutional caregivers are allowed. So institutional caregivers are supposed to be.
Why hasn't it happened yet?
Yeah, that's a good question. They're supposed to be employees of a healthcare facility who are allowed to go out and obtain medical marijuana for the patients who are in that healthcare facility. Why hasn't it happened? That's an excellent question.
Maybe they should just do it, and then when there's a problem, then you say, hey, the law protects me.
Right.
But nobody wants to take the initiative, I think, to do it.
Right. Well, they're afraid of losing federal funding. That's what the issue is. There's an awful lot of federal funding for these healthcare facilities, and they say it's going to be at risk if we allow a federally Schedule I drug to be used in our healthcare facility. But on the other hand, other states have allowed this, and the federal government has taken no action against those healthcare facilities. And furthermore, they've been blocked by Congress from interfering with state medical marijuana laws. Congress says, the federal government cannot interfere with our laws. And the Supreme Court has agreed years ago that states have the right to determine the practice of medicine within each state. That's why I'm a licensed nurse in New Jersey. Physicians are licensed in the state. States run the medical programs. So, there should not be a problem allowing this, but they're just fearful. I believe the healthcare facilities are fearful to implement it.
I think fear is a big thing in general, because exactly what you're saying, but even where it stemmed from with the racism, and they changed cannabis into this marijuana, this craze. So it's like just fear from the beginning, and then isolating people who use it and isolating people who speak out against it. And then, like it literally drew that divide between users and people who are non-users because they don't want to get in trouble or arrested or anything like that.
Or stigmatized.
Yeah, stigmatized.
I mean, I
just-
know we've overcome that a long way.
definitely a long way, but it's
yeah,
definitely.
but it still exists
Yeah,
in a lot of
because
areas.
even like you were saying with the insurance and allowing people to, get medical marijuana on there, because it's not covered right now. People who aren't even regular users, when you bring up to them, well, have you looked into medical marijuana for your cancer? If it was covered by insurance, it wouldn't be this weird thing that you're saying. Well, the insurance covers it, Then it would be like, oh, okay, it is medicine, but it's the door closed right then and there. So like definitely the stigma is turning, but it's still rooted in racism. It's been decades and generations of it. Like even me, like I prefer to call it cannabis. Like marijuana is insulting in my opinion, but I understand that it terms become the norm. But when I look at where it came from, it's like, well, why are we still calling it? We just made up this word,
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, our organization, Coalition for Medical Marijuana in New Jersey, we started in 2003. So, we're 23 years old.
Yeah.
And, one of the reasons we chose marijuana as a name, some people said we should just go for, something much vaguer without using the word marijuana. But we wanted to legalize it. We wanted to make it an acceptable term once again by emphasizing its medical aspect. I'm sorry.
Basically, like abolish that stigma that's attached to the word marijuana.
Exactly.
To legitimize business. I mean, I love that. That's exactly what the American dream is, my friend. Like, I wake up in the morning as a younger man, and I think to myself, how could I do it like this guy? I mean, you're doing it correctly. You're going about it the right way. You're out here. You're speaking about it. You're representing as a medical professional. You're a business owner, established for 23 years. Like, you're setting the bar for the guys who are coming after you to attack these same problems in a way that's very professional. Thank you for what you're doing.
Ken's the man.
Well, thank you, sir. And join our organization. It's free. We send out monthly
For
emails.
now.
For now. All you have to do is give me your email address, and we send you monthly updates on agendas, and you're welcome to come to our Zoom meeting. This is on the second Tuesday of every month. From 7 to 9 p.m. We've been doing this since we started the organization.
They're fun.
23 years ago.
They've been fun lately, those meetings.
Well, you came, but then you left.
I was there
Oh, you were there?
for a little while.
Oh, yes, we
I was there for a few weeks in a row, actually. I was doing pretty good there. Our podcast is the same time as that, so I have to.
yeah. Second Tuesday.
Every Tuesday.
Oh, every Tuesday. Oh, okay.
Board meetings at first.
Yeah. So we didn't bring the rat today because we thought that we would start off the year nice. Give Governor Cheryl the time to, maybe do something without the big rat here with saying, rat tari, blah, 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 and let's see how that goes. But
I appreciate that. I think that, that kind of, insulting thing to Senator Scutari it just hurts the communication process. I mean, yes, we're very upset that he's been blocking the ability to even get home grow an informational hearing in the legislature, and he's been doing that. Yes, he's been doing it, and and why he's been doing it, he won't really come out and say. I mean, earlier, some years ago, he said he wanted to get the industry established before he allowed for home cultivation rights. But that kind of fell apart. It's $5 billion they've gotten so far from the industry in New Jersey.
The industry is established at this point, I would say.
Yeah. And so anyway, we just don't know why he still is opposed to home cultivation rights under Scutari is. So anyway, but there's other issues too. And one of the reasons I can't help but think that perhaps seeing a great rat with his name on it outside of the state house, may have influences attitude towards, discussing it with advocates for home grow. So at any rate, that's one of my concerns, and also the fact that our relationship with Scutari goes well beyond home cultivation rights. I mean, we also want insurance coverage, like we were talking about. These are bills that are going to have to get through. We want hospital access. These are things that are going to have to get through the legislature. So there's other ways that other reasons that we're going to have to maintain a working relationship with all of the legislators and the government. So anyway, that's why I think
You didn't ask why Raptori wasn't here, and imagine you're pleasantly surprised. That was a point of contention between Lefty and me. We had quite a disagreement.
Yeah, I'm a little
about it.
pissed off at you, Jim.
Yeah, I insisted
Mean to me.
I wouldn't be here if we had Raptori here.
Whoop whoop.
Some kind of for
Oh,
the
that's so
reasons
funny.
you described.
Jim is the moderate now.
Anyway,
Strong arm me.
That's how it works in politics. Boss wants to
what are you,
moderate
the
things.
pivot guy here,
Compromise.
Lefty?
You're the boss. You're
No,
the president.
This is what happens in a discussion
Go ahead,
with a
Dan.
legislator. Somebody comes up with a card, and the second they distract you, the other guy, Ken knows this, they pivot. That's what happens. So I was getting into an interesting conversation, and then you started finding, you're the pivot man.
What was the conversation we were starting?
Well, that we have a disagreement about how to approach Senator Scutari. It was best exemplified when Ken said he's glad it wasn't here, but he didn't know it was my back he should be patting, because I'm the one that insisted it has to be here. And people think that, he's not going to like it, but I'm the guy that says, this is why the good cop, bad cop wins. Somebody has to say the things other people can't because they're afraid that maybe they're going to not get the same treatment from the person. So what happens is they not only get the same, they get to apologize. Hey, I can't do anything about Jim. I'm real sorry about that. Let's sit down and talk, as long as it's not Jim. I've always been the door opener. I've never been the one taking real seriously about tactics and
There you
field
go.
vision,
Let's be honest here. You know what I mean? Not kids.
Oh no, it's really sorry, I was saying before, it was like interesting when you were playing like the moderate to lefty, because you're really like
Right. Yeah.
radical, go in your face, Jim. Street tactics that have
Surprising.
gotten us
But
so
why
far.
doesn't anybody ask why? Why did Jim all of a sudden be that guy
Why?
with Lefty?
Why,
Well, thank you for
Why?
asking, Lefty, but you already know. But I appreciate it. It's like Ed McMahon going,
Oh, Tony.
yeah. Well, it's because of
I mean, this is
pretty
not
much
I'm
what you
saying
said,
it's in the
Ken.
family of,
Except for I see it a little
cannabis is not
deeper
that
than that. It's sort of like this was about Mikey Sherrill. She didn't need to see Rat Hardy today. She needed to see, I think, what I put really politely, that we have a problem, and I'm not suggesting she do anything, but we need to make sure she knows about it, and we haven't. She has what's called culpable deniability now to say, I didn't know the extent of the problem, and that is the worst thing going on now that needs to be taken care of. Everything else we do need to do, there is a lot of other stuff to do, and but it's all simultaneous. It's not mutually exclusive at any rate. So the thing is, home grow for patients was never explained. What this blockade is, that Nick Scutari single-handedly is maintaining, and that's his right to do as Senate President. What it does is it deprives his Senate colleagues of the information that they would otherwise glean from this process of them getting information. So right now, when somebody says to a senator, what do you think of 1718? The one that was 1393 before it, 342 before that, and 3. This is its fourth incarnation. What we're doing
4 years.
isn't working. So we either need to do something else, or just, but we can't, to not have the explanation is the point. I'm not saying anything right now other than it needs to have an explanation. What are we being saved from? What would have happened if the bill was heard? Nothing. He can stop the vote. Doesn't have to get voted on. He can stop the vote, but stopping the information that other senators do need. And it's not a one-way street. People come against these bills every time. We all know that. And it gives everybody a chance to speak. It gives patients their first chance to actually show up, those who can, and redress the grievances to the one who's the problem. Patients are kept out. They're you know, and they deserve an answer. I'm going to get that answer from them. When the compromise happened in 2009, ask why that happened. Why did the bill, why did it get taken out in the Assembly? What happened in 2009? It was passed in the Senate. Nick Scutari got the job done, 22-16, passed in the Senate. He was awesome. And then it got yanked out from him, and he didn't like it. Why should he? You know, but we don't know why that happened. Who petitioned to have that out? It wasn't Chairman Conaway, the guy that announced it. He's the one taking the grief from people, including me, and I know all along he didn't have the juice to do that. Somebody has to petition, and it all happened kind of behind the scenes. But don't you think the people at the end of that stick have the right to know who swung it? Yeah, but I'm really a little bit on an island here with that, and I don't care. I'm going to do what I know is right, because this is what's called an existential issue to me. I watched somebody that needed.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Strength. You know, needed stuff to be done. And it was a matter of life and death for almost 2 decades. Other people don't get that. And I understand. This is just very odd being this close to this new entrance here.
What do you mean existential?
Well, I mean, an existential threat, you know, it's like, I know what it meant, but you hear it a lot now and talk about in the Mideast. Well, it's an existential threat to them, 2,500 years, and you say you're going to wipe everything in civilization off. Well, that's the existential threat, that everything would end.
I think we're making 420 a 710 holiday now. 420 is a patient holiday, because I think we should talk about existential threats, because patients are dying. 1 out of 10 patients die. Yeah, so let's talk about that today.
For them and their families,
let's talk about that.
It is an existential issue or threat, meaning if it doesn't get rectified, it is going to end the way they exist. And
the way you explained it with Iraq or Iran, you explained it where we're just bombing.
I'm repeating what people say. I'm not even talking about the actual issue. Yeah. I'm just saying that that's what I'm hearing, and I understood it, but I wanted to define it. I wanted to look up the definition of it.
It makes sense when you look at
so everybody has a reason for doing what we do to advocate. Mine is a little more out there than a lot of people, and I was scared all the time. I wasn't doing it for love. I was doing it for fear, you know, that I had to do all that. That's existential, you know, and other people do it for maybe better reasons than me because they didn't need it to be that.
Your fight was existential with Cheryl. It was life-threatening.
I know I'm going to outlast her. The one thing I want to do is say I tried everything I could think of. But then you had to keep thinking of this stuff.
Ken, get me with the blunt in my mouth. Thank you. Yeah. Give you an action shot.
Live action shot. There you go. Live at the State House.
Maybe I'll take a picture too. It'll be light in that grip.
Just light it forever.
Sure. I'm happy to.
Portrait mode.
Are you gonna move your car back just a little bit?
I don't think that's any of our.
That's not my car.
That one?
Yeah, this one.
Sure.
Oh, maybe that's.
Just move it back a little bit.
Is that me?
You see how?
Yeah.
You see how you close?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I moved mine back and I forgot to.
I'm
Yeah.
just asking you to just move it back a little bit.
Okay.
That's all I'm doing. I'm just asking.
I forgot it was your car too.
Yeah, no, it's a rental anyway, so it's got Georgia plates. It ain't my car.
Yeah, thanks.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's a terrible car.
It's a terrible car.
It really is. So I'll move it now.
Well, mine was right behind him. I saved a place where I could move my car back and he could squeeze in.
Yeah.
Wait.
And then,
when I get, I'm gonna go and you guys host the show. I'm gonna drop a bomb real quick. Between you and Jim, Ken and Jim, why doesn't Scutari owe the patients an explanation?
Go.
Well, I think he does owe the patients an explanation about why he has been refusing to allow even an informational hearing on home cultivation. But on the other hand, he's not obligated to do that. And he's not obligated to explain.
When you say obligated to find that, what do you mean by that?
There's no law that says he
No,
has
okay,
to
there's
do
no
that.
law. This is correct, this is correct.
I mean,
There's
this
no law
is-
against
this
doing
is
lots of stuff.
accepted legislative behavior to not explain why.
By who? Accepted in
By all the other
Robert's rules of legislative
By
activity? What?
by all the other legislators for all the years that
Yes,
I've
they all protect each other well. You're right. They're protect each other like the boys in blue. If you're police, you watch out after one another. You're exactly right. But guess what? Patients aren't a member of that club, Ken. They're in a different club. We want to know what broke so we can fix it, and they're not being told why this didn't happen. So if they're not being told why, they don't even know where their path is. They're being told you don't have a path when there is no reason to not vote on it other than keeping information from other senators. That's the end result. What's the good end though? And
This is such a minor issue for Senator Scutari. I mean, it is an
yes, but
incredibly
I'm not
minor-
talking
it is
about
an
it.
incredibly minor
I
issue.
don't give
It
a
is an incredibly
rat's
minor
ass.
issue for
Not
the medical marijuana patients. Yes, it is. What percentage of patients do you actually think are going to grow their own marijuana successfully?
I got an answer.
What
An answer for that. Okay, I got an answer. But
2%?
first, no. Okay.
All right, here we have 2%.
First of all,
I know it's going to be under 10%.
Are you going to give me a chance to talk or
Well,
what?
wait
You
a minute,
asked a
you're
question.
interrupting me as far as I can
Well,
tell.
I'm interrupting your interruption with me, but we'll have a playback on that.
Let's go to the video, Jim.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Ken. Sorry, go ahead, Ken.
Well,
No, first of all,
all I'm saying is that he's under no obligation to explain his reasons for advancing legislation or not advancing legislation. No legislator is required to do that.
Well, I'm
Can you
not
show me
no,
where a legislator is required to explain his reasons for supporting or not supporting legislation? It is not happening. He's not doing anything illegal. He's not doing anything wrong according to the legislative process.
You're done. Or is this just a pause? Taking a
I'm
breath?
done for now.
First of all, you're looking at it like a senator or like a legislator. You're looking at it from what affects them. And I hear what you're saying, but when you say how many, 2%, let me ask you a question. What percent would it take? You know, the old Bob Dylan, how many deaths will it take till you know too many people who died? One, in my case. It would, and to answer Bob Dylan, one. How many patients, if it affected one patient positively, I say it's worth hearing. Just hearing. But what you're not considering is there are patients who could have somebody else do this for them because it can be done in their house, and you know that. They don't have to be the ones physically doing it. So somebody that really knew their shit helped them out. They could have their medicine at far a discount price, and it's therapeutic, Ken, for people to grow their own medicine in a way that other people get from praying. They get a little extra. And somehow watching that miracle happen, and it happens, they don't grow it. It grows itself. It's allowed to grow in this case. But yes, Nick Scutari has a reason for doing it. And when somebody has reasons and they go to great lengths not to do it, look what that does at the national level. Epstein files, what are they hiding? Okay, Scutari files, what's he hiding? Why did Connolly take it out? That's never bothered you either. But it's like knowing why it broke means maybe it can be fixed. I've backed it all the way up to asking, ask Nick Scutari or Herb Conaway, is whatever the reason that you're blocking it still in place? Because for Herb Conaway, he's and I do know patients that really, really would like to know why they're not knowing why. It's hard to get my head around that. Why are we not finding out why? And I do want to say, because the coalition doesn't think you need to. How am I going to say that, Ken? I'm at a crossroads here. You know, I'm not, you know, we can do it public, but we're splitting directions here. You know that. I mean,
He is not obligated to explain.
I'm not
it.
obligated.
Furthermore, are you, okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead,
Are you done for a minute?
No, well,
Go ahead,
actually,
Ken. Ken, go ahead.
I'll start it.
Ken has the floor. Robert's rules.
How many people would home grow help? We've got an estimate of 2%. I say somewhere under 10%. And you're right, their caregivers could help grow for patients. However, insurance coverage. Think how many patients would be helped by insurance coverage. What if you
more? I'm in favor.
Hey,
I agree.
Hey,
I'm agreeing.
You're interrupting me.
I'm agreeing.
I don't
with
need
you,
you to
Ken.
interrupt.
You don't want me to agree with you.
Hold on.
Oh,
Stop. Ken, go ahead. Ken, go ahead. Ken,
That's
Ken,
the
go-
first.
I'm going to moderate this damn thing.
Order in the corner.
Stop it.
Look
Stop
at
it.
me, I'm laughing. I'm not angry. I think that was seriously funny.
There are far more important things than home cultivation. Even for patients, insurance coverage, for one, would help thousands of patients in New Jersey. Imagine paying $15 copay for an ounce of marijuana from an alternative treatment center. I mean, that would be an incredible benefit that so many people could benefit from. And hospital and institutional access. You know, imagine being able to stop and be able to use your medicine in hospitals and not be sicker and possibly even risk death because you're going into an institution.
Brian's law, I agree.
Accessing other state institutions like the prison system. I've worked in the prison system for 22 years as a nurse, and I know that there are patients in the prison system who qualify for medical cannabis, whose condition would be improved by medical cannabis, and the cost of running these institutions would be decreased if inmates in the prison system had access to medical cannabis. Yes.
As an adult who's around 41 years old now, who spent over 17 years incarcerated in the prison system, I can tell you that medical marijuana inside of the prison system would definitely benefit prisoners because it would motivate them to rehabilitate. That's all I can say about that.
Not only that, it would be a calmer and a less violent place in the prison system if medical marijuana was available to these prisoners. Furthermore, the staff there, and I was one of the staff there for 22 years, the staff is trained to administer, account for, and read and document the use of controlled substances. There's other controlled substances that are allowed in the prisons. Why is marijuana not allowed in the prison system? It should certainly be allowed in the prison system. So,
Ken, when you talk about Medicare, what did Trump sign that's supposed to give us CBD? What is that? Didn't Trump come up with some CBD for Medicare patients?
I'm sorry, there's an awful lot of things that Trump does. He signed an executive order 4 months ago to expeditiously reschedule marijuana from a Schedule 1 to a Schedule 3.
Next year.
What happened with that?
Next
Nothing.
year.
Right.
You got time, don't worry.
Yeah. So I don't really know. I'm not sure what's going on.
I thought that was something that was happening with the CBD. That was a big deal. They had a commercial about it and everything on during the Super Bowl, I think. It was like this big thing. And
one of the insurance bills that we have currently in the New Jersey legislature is to allow for medical cannabis for Medicaid patients and New Jersey family care patients. You know, this to me, this is the way that we need to go with that. You know, not just allowing some CBD product, but to allow full spectrum cannabis for anybody in the state of New Jersey.
Original blend races as well.
And there's different ways to go about this. Now, you know, one way is to be out here and to confront Senator Scutari and the other legislators about this. But there's another way, and one of the ways that I'm using right now. Last month, I wrote a letter to the governor asking her to sign a moratorium on arrests for small home cultivation gardens of medical cannabis. You have to go?
Sorry, it's just very cold.
yeah. Bye, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was great meeting you.
Yeah.
Happy 420.
So
Happy
sorry,
420.
I'm Aurora. I'm definitely in part of Jo-
Yes.
Joanne Zito's group on Facebook. Joanne Zito?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, great.
I'm connected with her.
Oh, it's awesome.
Great.
Yeah.
Joanne's the best. She's amazing.
I'm gonna see if Ed Forcheron's around today.
Okay.
On the street right now.
So anyway, I really would like Governor Sherrill to issue a moratorium, something she can do without, you know, there are independent branches of the government here. Just because she's governor doesn't mean she can tell Senator Scutari what to do.
No, she
No,
can't.
she can't.
Yeah,
So, you know,
no, she can't. That's true.
So,
But then, let's
That's a really good
go back
point,
to-
actually. That's a really good point, actually. It's like the nature of like her finite amount of like
Yeah.
ability to deal with that.
But she doesn't, you know. But the fact is,
Because they feuded before, like Sweeney, when he was Senate
Hmm.
president, he was feuding with Murphy, and it was impeding his agenda legislatively. That included like 15 an hour as well as cannabis.
I wanted to back up. I wanted to back up to.
For COVID?
I wanted to back up to the bills that Ken was talking about because, well, we certainly both and Lefty was too. At the one most I was interested in is that the PAD, the pharmaceutical for aged and disabled, would then be able to subsidize it, and that passed out of committee. What was it, 8-0, I believe?
Yeah.
Was it 8-0 or 8-1? It passed out of committee like real easily and never was heard from again. Then this next session, I don't believe it's had a hearing. Has it had a hearing? Has it had a hearing?
No, there hasn't been any hearings on anything like
And all those, so the ones that passed 8-0,
insurance. No.
that passed out of committee 8-0, didn't get a vote, and didn't get a vote in committee. This says it sounds like we're going backwards. I mean, we got it in, got a
I'm about
committee, we got it,
backwards,
okay,
we plateau.
then we started
Hey,
out.
then I think
Is this one?
Oh, it's-
the one with the skull. With the pink
What?
skull?
What happened?
Okay, what I was explaining is the bill got put out, referred out of committee 8-0, including Ron Rice and Dick Cody, you know, but.
Oh, that was a while ago.
Yeah, but yes, okay, it began, that's what I said, it began, get out of the box with no effort at all, then it was never heard from again. Doesn't anybody wonder why? As if it's such worth fighting for, shouldn't we be?
So I heard that it like.
Why is it not having a hearing?
No,
I know,
I-
nobody has to tell us.
We know why, Jim. There's a lot of reasons why. It's because like there's still like the idea, one that like the MSOs have been like talking to Scutari,
No, I mean, for the
and they don't like it.
PAAD.
And then like a lot of the people that were like for it.
Are you talking about the PAAD one?
What?
The one that I'm talking specifically, I don't know the bill number, that would allow or mandate PAAD, pharmaceutical for the aged and disabled, to subsidize medical cannabis. That's one of the ones that would serve more people than home grow. Because a lot of people.
Tally's bill.
Yeah. So why didn't that go further than getting unanimously passed at a hearing the first time it was heard? Then it was never heard from again, and we haven't really dealt with it. Been able to deal with it? I don't know. See, everybody's got their own particular thing. Mine's home grow. Other people's are that. Why is it not being addressed?
Well, they got a lot of other priorities.
No, but the bill
Including
that
What are they?
subsidizing the stadium. for the,
Yeah,
for the
I know,
arena for the Devils.
Well, then you can't do everything.
FIFA.
I get that. Okay, I do understand.
Deficit. So that's the problem,
Oh,
though.
I
Like, they do care a
understand
lot
more
about the
than-
hemp shit.
I know enough to put it down.
Yeah, the whole hemp thing has been like a whole intense thing, like hemp flour in convenience stores, bodegas, smoke shops. So that would be interesting to see, like, if that like whittled that away. Slowly but surely, they changed it, and it was such a weird, like, little change. It was like weird because I think at one point he wanted to make like a liquor bottle, like of hemp. It would be like big, but it wouldn't be very strong. So then I'm like, what is this, a 40? Then it'd be like a giant beer or something.
so the bill you're talking about, the cost of medical cannabis would be reimbursed by Catastrophic Illness and Children Relief Fund, pharmaceutical assistance for the aged and disabled, senior gold, and victims of crime compensation. That's S4023. Doesn't even have it lost its assembly bill, identical assembly bill at this point. It doesn't have one. So I'm not sure why, but the
We
other.
should be sure why, though. That's what we do.
Um,
No, I know, and they don't owe us an explanation, and there's no law that says they need to explain it. Let's just stop with that on this, too.
Maybe we need to make a law.
Maybe, yes, well, there's no law against making a law, I guess. I don't know. You know, it's this one that I'm hearing is one of the reasons we don't need home grow, but it's getting treated worse than home grow. It passed out of committee and then disappeared. For
Home
two
Grow
and a
never
half-
passed the committee.
it
I think it's been
disappeared.
treated better by that metric. so.
PAD did the
A
four.
lot of things take some time. Like if you get like, you know, if it doesn't pass one session.
They had half a
next session.
decade.
Everything
Hey
takes
guys,
some
You know,
time.
sometimes
The
things take forever.
The
Including
HPV
weed.
legislation passed within 24 hours. Okay.
Yeah, they can move when they want to.
Right.
But right now,
Thank
it's
you.
all.
Thank
It's,
you.
I mean, for
Thank
the rest of the legislative session in this year, it's going to be budget hearings. You know, they're not really going to be dealing with any legislation that they're going to pass. They're not going to really deal with any hearings.
No,
right now.
no, they're not.
So this is why I think it's so important to support this moratorium on arrests for home cultivation of medical gardens
Yeah.
that I asked Governor Sherrill to issue. Explain why, and you know, very restrictive gardens, only 10 by 10 foot canopy, which is something that some of our supporters have been asking for, rather than a plant count. And people who belong in a medicinal cannabis program.
And I think those that are in poverty that rely on cannabis heavily will be lifted out of poverty. And I think that a heart of heart.
Absolutely, you know, it's
Very expensive. It's
Right.
good.
Cost of everything keeps going up around here.
medical poverty. You know, people who just are impoverished by their medical bills. So, at any rate, we have the moratorium would contribute to savings in the state budget, and law enforcement wouldn't have to enforce penalties against an activity that we certainly expect to be legalized during Governor Sherrill's term as governor. Because she said that she does support home cultivation rights, and that's not unusual. I mean, New Jersey, the majority of people, 63%, believe that it should be legal for adults to grow cannabis for personal use, not just medical work. But the Eagleton Center said that 63% said it should be legal for adults to grow marijuana in New Jersey. So.
Yeah, well, that was for adults, obviously, and patients that are adults. But it does make one, when I say one, I mean literally O-N-E, me, wonder what it would be if it was just for patients. Would it be higher than, was it 63%? That's a good number. Yeah, it would be higher than that, but we don't know how much higher. You know? And that things don't have to happen all at once, that there are two different bills, and one could happen first, and the other could say, look, the sky isn't falling, and one has 9 co-sponsors, 3 of them being Republican, the other has, I think, 3 or 4, and 1 Republican, so one would have probably a better chance of getting passed.
Medical
food.
cannabis bill has a number of bipartisan supporters, co-sponsors to the bill.
Yeah, it's really actually one of the signs like we have made progress actually on sponsors, which is like how you build and show support. We do have so many people, it's bipartisan. You know, we have like Tony Bucco of Morris County, and we have Declan O'Scanlan of Monmouth County. You know, we have my own hometown, I guess, State Senator Patrick Dagnan. There's so many. What do we have? Gordon Johnson, too, of Bergen, and Nilsa Cruz Perez in South Jersey.
Republican Senator Singer?
What is Singleton? Yeah, you know he's
No, Singer.
Oh, Robert Singer supports it really.
No, yeah, he's a co-sponsor.
Did I not realize that?
Yeah, he's a co-sponsor.
Yeah, no, there's a couple of like, there's like a couple of like Republicans, like libertarians out there. I'm like, okay, I respect that because, right, I know the Democratic side far more. So.
Yeah, and it works out proportionally.
I missed this. Guitar came out.
The co-sponsorship is, you know, pretty same both parties percentage-wise right now, which is again.
That many people? Really?
Well, it's like there's only 15 Republican senators or 14. So to have 3 of them, and then if you have 6 out of 25, that's a little better. But if Senator Dewar was still here, it was the Republicans that had the majority of the better percentage sponsorship up until last session, or 2 sessions ago.
It's really interesting to think about it that way.
Well, it's
That would be interesting to do the numbers on the what is the do like the official count as of now?
for what?
Like we're saying like these sponsors of the bill, see like we can look it up right now.
Yeah, it'd be pretty up to date. You can look it up.
It's always like fun. What was the number that
Well, 1758 would be the medical homegrown.
That's the Senate version, right?
The Senate version. That's,
Home cultivation for medical cannabis, 1758, and A1674 is the Assembly version.
yeah, there's it's I think it's still 6 and 3, total of 9, but I don't check it all the time.
Actually, I don't even see Robert Singer here, Jim.
Well, he is.
Oh wait, no, Robert W. Singer. I'm sorry. No, he's there. So we have Declan O'Scanlan. Who's saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 co-sponsors and 2 primary sponsors. Troy Singleton, Fort Burlington, and then Ringo Paul, Monmouth County. So.
Yeah. How many You said how many co-sponsors?
How many are Republicans?
No, I mean how many total co-sponsors? 9 or 10?
Oh, I guess it would be 10 total. 8 co-sponsors, 2 primary sponsors. 1, 2.
Well, it should have 9 co and 2 primary.
Oh no, it's such a bad count.
1,
Yeah.
2.
No, we'll do this out loud. I'll do this out loud. This is a really great lesson on Jersey politics. So we have number 1 is Troy Singleton. Number 2 is Vingo Paul. Number 3 is Declan O'Scanlan. Number 4 is Patrick Diamond. Number 5 is Anthony Bucco, we said. Number 6, Shirley Turner of Mercer County, Representative Brett. Number 7, Robert Singer. Don't know where he's from, maybe Ocean. Andrew Zwicker of 16th District, Mercer, Somerset. We have Gordon Johnson.
Now that's what I call 420 discussion right there.
What were we talking about? Why am I here?
6.
When you get
6
to the
was
level
Shirley
of
Turner. 7 was Robert Singer. 8 is Andrew Zwicker. 9 is Gordon Johnson of Bergen County. 10 is Joe Vitale of Middlesex. And 11 is Nilsa Cruz Perez. I think she's from South Jersey.
Yeah, that'd be
11.
9 and 2.
11.
11, yeah.
Yeah,
We
so-
got up to
yeah,
11.
so-
I counted all the names.
So because I mean I don't count the primaries. It's the co-sponsors.
This
and
bill
having
goes to 11.
9 and the 2 primaries. That's something. Did you know? You probably didn't know, but there was a bill that had 26 co-sponsors and didn't get a hearing.
Really?
Yeah, 26 co-sponsors.
More than the majority. That's intense.
Yeah, and that was under the current Senate president. He wouldn't let that.
What bill was that?
It's something to do with smoking in Atlantic City.
That's a big issue because the casinos
Yeah.
want to allow people, and they've always wanted to allow people to smoke there.
But as far
Then
as
it's really
as far
bad
as
for
the
like the
process,
workers, and tobacco will kill you.
as far as the
Unlike weed,
now, there's no rule that
But
says
that's
when
not
you get more
profitable,
than
okay?
half co-sponsors.
make it weed profitable, Mike.
But there's
In the current landscape.
I only go so far. There's no rule that says that you have to let a bill be heard if it has 26 co-sponsors.
Well, there's no real number, but it's
No,
always
no,
like
that-
say like growing
it doesn't
support and
matter.
like the
There's
process.
no-
So
there's
we fight like tooth and nail.
First of all, you don't have to post it for a hearing for You do 26, and you don't have to say why. Wow.
I can't say long. I have to leave. I just did want to thank you for coming out, and I think that what you're doing is good to keep the dialogue going. I think there's a little too many words up there on your sign. I don't know how many people are going to read all that. You know, I think you need something that's a little more dramatic.
The
like,
thing is, I've become like a lot of the rest of the younger world that it's depictions. It's like if all we did was set up, take a picture, and leave, it would be the same in everybody else's world that wasn't here. So it's not so much the length. I agree. Oh, riding by? Yeah. No, that won't work.
Or even walking by. No, I mean, you got to really stop and sit there.
Again,
But anyway,
it's not for them at all. It's not for them at all. They're all part of all the people that are going by. They're part of my stage.
So you just did it for yourself.
No, I did it for myself to pass on for the people who need it that can't come here and do it themselves. Your turn.
So thank you and welcome. Welcome anybody who wants to join Coalition for Medical Marijuana in New Jersey. Thanks so much for doing this, Steve Frost, and we'll see you around.
Thank you for your support over many years, Ken. Thank you.
Yeah, and the Coalition for Medical Marijuana is what got it going here. You can ask anybody, and Ken is the heart and soul of the coalition. Wouldn't exist without him. Ken, if something happens to you and you can't run a meeting, the coalition falls apart, you know. So you're the right guy for the job. All things being considered and said, put that behind. You're exactly
You're the glue.
Who needs to be the one taking care of this, because Ken and me couldn't do it.
Thank you.
So what other 420 events are going on today that are in New Jersey? There's a bunch, right?
Oh yeah, like everybody's got their own thing. That's kind of the thing is like to say like energy is dispersed throughout the state. It's like all the dispensaries like have deals. Like Atlantic City, there's definitely like going to be like parties and like the lounges there. And Sunday Team and High Rollers, Ginseng. You know, is interesting because like the first two in Atlantic City are like Boardwalk Empire type places. Ginseng is more like Friend's Basement vibe. Then we of course have like the fourth now Max Urban in Newark. I think it's sort of like somewhere in between. I'd say, you know, maybe like a coffee house. You know, sometimes maybe more like a nightclub party space. You know, comes later. It's always like interesting, like the versatility of the spaces. That's always the thing about gathering. It's like part of like 420 for me. It's like going somewhere to smoke like weed, you know, and like we need somewhere legal. And give it to Jersey for like doing that. That's the problem. Is like that we have made gains in like the adult use market. We do have like a lot of like great owners out there. Bazooka James, you know, and Elizabeth. You know, we got Jesse and Cord, and you know,
if I could
Big
by the
Big by the
River.
River.
Thank you. And Lambertville. Oh my God, there's so many. People, Jersey City, we got Haytham and Zena, and we got Chris and Legacy to Lifted.
Part of my state.
There's so many. Like I feel like if I leave out names, then it's gonna be like a whole hell of a thing. It's like in the Oscar speech where you don't want to like say and thank you to this and thank you to that. Like my friend Jail and Maplewood.
I don't have the list in front of me.
Lady, you know, Honey Grove, Big Dave. Jeff could.
Sorry, I don't have the
So
list.
many.
Don't forget Mad Hatter. Oh, sorry, they're on the other part of the list.
Yeah, so we never really got into that actually, and that's a whole hell of a thing. That guy, and I know you liked him, and that's intense that they got closed down.
There was a little emphasis on the word "you." I know you liked him. I'm just picking up on it.
I was a consultant for Mad Hatter, and they didn't consult with me well enough, apparently.
Consulted them out of business.
They didn't listen to me. I told them from day one, get the union in there. Day one, get the union in here. UFCW. Get them in here. I brought the union into my podcast a bunch of times to come and talk to the workers, which they did. But nothing ever came of it. The union did support them at the end there. They tried to give them support at the end. And it was too late. Too little too late.
Too little, too late.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I never like looked into it. Like they lost like town support too.
the mayor. They lost the support of the mayor, which can happen to any dispensary, which is scary. So the CRC is probably going to have a lawsuit about this down the road.
Oh
Because
really? John McCormick, Mayor of Woodbridge. I wonder what he didn't like about the guy. He'd been running like the porn stuff, so like he was known. He had stories about local Woodbridge people.
Well, it was that, and then there was also the car show too that they had there. Car show was.
Did they? Yeah, because he had a lot of land. There's so many like rules about like the nature of that and like land and like God, what we could do if we could just have like land and the nature of that.
eminent domain. They want that road.
Yeah, they want to put a road through there for sprouts.
Oh really? Is that
Yeah.
what he? Why he took him out of business?
Yes.
To do the road?
Yes.
Yep.
For what road?
It's called Belgrade Avenue. If you look on Google Maps, it's already there.
Oh, it's not even like a reason like reflecting anything else in the business.
Yeah, I don't have a
Like doing poorly or well, one way or another. Say like we're gonna build a
Well,
road
that's
here?
part of the law is that these towns can just pull your card if they don't like the color of the sign or if they don't like the
Yeah,
door
it's like a
entrance.
little Orwellian
Yeah.
there. That's intense, you know.
It was
Like a
written in.
fucking
It was
road.
written in like that.
To say like he has a labor issue, like Seth seemed like always like a nice guy. Like the nature of a pornographer is another story. It's difficult. It's difficult these things. Fuck. Cause I know he did seem like cool with you guys. It's always good to have like the idea of like a space in the dispensary. That way.
The fun part was turning the porn store into a cannabis church. That was the fun part because we had cannabis church going on, and people would be walking in looking for the old porn store. And, you know,
Sorry, jerks for Jesus.
sorry, we don't have that anymore here. What's going on here? Well, cannabis church.
Well, I guess you are pretty devout that way, Christian.
Aren't there any booths anymore? There's no more booths. Well, they're confession booths now.
Oh, it is like a Catholic aspect.
No. I'm just kidding. There's the booths are gone. They were gone for a long time. People always want to come and see them, though. Can I see them? Can I look at them? So I took a black light in there one day to the booths.
Oh, Jesus.
Getting flashbacks to the porn shop, Mom.
Did you really?
Yes. I made a video. Want to see?
Well, no, what am I thinking? Of course, he did a video or something like that. That's right out of 2.5.
We took a swab and sent it in.
It was awful. There's millions of children back there. Millions. It was really awful. It was worse than I thought. Just imagine the worst thing ever. And it's still worse than that. You're talking 50 years.
Jeez.
They're in business 50 years.
Wow, Charles is getting a little vulgar here.
There's kids older than me
That's
on
what I'm
that
talking
wall.
about weed here. This is a vulgarity. The vulgarity of the sea of cum on the floor.
You said it.
Where's the dump button?
Oh, well.
Okay, let's segue to 420. But anyway, we did have a cannabis church there, and it was a lot of fun. I
To
loved
say
that
the
cannabis
least.
church. It was great. I loved it. I really enjoyed it. Johnny would come. We'd burn incense. We'd burn oil.
Oh, that's good. You didn't need to burn incense in a place like that for a
A
little
lot
while.
of incense. We're like 4 ounces.
The whole bag.
Frankincense, myrrh,
Myrrh,
everything.
I like the myrrh. Myrrh's my favorite.
Yeah, not enough myrrh for that place.
That incense would just run right out the door. Not staying around in here.
Oh, how do you get in these situations? How'd that fall in my lap? I was at the expo, and they liked Bongholio and me, and they said, "Hey, why don't you come join our dispensary?" I didn't know anything with this other thing. I was like, "Dispensary, cool." We joined up. All of a sudden, I'm in there, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we own the shop next door." What's that? Oh, it's a porn shop where booths are. I'm like, "Oh," and it was still operating while I was in the dispensary podcasting before they were open. That store was still open. So it was very busy. So I'd be in the parking lot. I'd be smoking weed in the parking lot. People would be meeting in the parking lot.
It's always interesting, like the nature of like porn stores. There's a place on Route 1 in Edison. I don't know. I'm like, does anybody ever go there?
It's a meetup. People getting each
Oh, by
other's
the T-Mobile
cars.
place?
Yeah.
That's what it
That's
is.
like one of the last ones left. All the other ones closed down.
Yeah.
A
All the
meetup.
ones on Route 22 are now cannabis shops too.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
It's done
Union
properly.
Dispensary. That's right next door to one.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah, I can see that. It's always interesting, like the zoning. They like the highways. So,
Yeah, but
you
that's
can
not
never
that's
get
not
a
very
good-
good for a patient. Try
No.
getting in or out of that place.
It's always hard to get like location of everything. It's a land game in Jersey and everywhere. Like Monopoly, based on Atlantic City.
Yeah, but they want to stick the dispensaries where they
A
want
bit
to
of
stick.
park
Them.
out.
It's not like you can open one up, next to us, 500 feet from a school. like
Yeah, a
liquor
lot of that
store.
school stuff is a big issue. Like they're afraid of it. Like they treat it like a thing. It's always like the limits of our reforms and like the progress we've made and the stigma and the need to compromise. And like it sucks because there are like a lot of schools where it's like, how dare you be 1,000 feet from a high school? It's like we can be 500 feet. What do you mean? Or something like that, where it's just dumb because it's like there's liquor stores around and it's like you can't even see in the window. You can't even like be like, oh, what's that, mommy? Like fucking educated child. It's like, well, a whole nanny state of compromise. It's very difficult. That way, but we make progress. We do have like nearly 300 dispensaries. A lot of good brands, a lot of good flower brands like Bass River Buds. I was smoking. We have Garden Greens have been in the market. We have like a few of these now, and it's fun.
And 3 have closed already.
Well, dispensaries were always going to close. Dark secret, dirty secret, man. They were always going to be places that closed. And I think it's been more than 3 dispensaries so far overall. But like, I'm also not keeping the list. But also, it's like there's always working to be somebody. Like I was there at Ice-T's thing, and I was there at Raycon. I met at Raycon. I did a podcast. I'm a fucking writer. I tried to do a podcast and be like, this would be great.
Nice.
He's never going to go out of business, right? Because he's famous.
Nice.
So that was always like, but like it was they were both packed too, and I was so angry at myself because I've been waiting for fucking Hastoria in Newark for like a while, and I was late because my car like wouldn't fucking start. Because I'm an idiot sometimes. But, these things happen. Like I never met Charlemagne the God, who's like a big podcaster, who was supposed to be a partner because he was like left by then or something. But like fuck it, like Ice-T, like I can see like Ice-T doesn't even smoke weed, so it's not like you get the people like who are like winning or people who are like got their backing to it. It's like really like key. For example, so we have like other people that have the means, and it's difficult, and it's difficult like the nature of like, oh, I want to be in space. The distance issue is a kill because it's always like who's there first, or like if you got there first and then you fell apart, should we hold the space for you? They basically said no. So, we're making progress. So, here we are. Trying to see what the future Jersey cannabis holds. There is like even like RSO on the market. There's like a talk about patience. Rick Simpson oil, the patient on board, Patrick Duff, healed himself with the RSO, and he was like really sickly with the big C word. God bless him. That way with RSO. Now they have RSO in the shops and it's affordable. I'm like, fuck, that's progress. Like prices
Better be
have come
affordable.
down.
It's like the bottom rung of concentrates.
Well, the quality is always like a catch. There's always different brands making different things. And some brands are better than others. Sometimes people get fined for petty things, and they're nice people. Sometimes, they give like big companies like lenient fines, or let them do things. So.
You want consistency.
Difficult.
You want consistency. And who just got fined like 20 grand? What company was that?
That's all.
Good question.
Zenly, Shirley? I don't know.
You're really has a lawsuit. The cannabis is going out at bankruptcy.
Was it Verona?
What is that?
That's Zenly. Verano.
No.
No. Somebody got
I
fined
have
20
to look
grand.
it up in the Hetty and J article office.
Yeah, the one that you wrote? There's your 420 stoner moment of the day.
Something just happened. It's hard to remember, yeah.
Who wrote that? You did.
You did, damn it. Oh, I did? Yeah. I'll look it up. Go look it up. Look up Dan Bilowa. What day was that? Last week. The other day. It was the other day.
I
said that?
Yeah, I think you did.
That's that real shit.
No, don't worry. You know what, that happens even on the presidential level, because I saw it happen, you know, where it was like, who did that? And well, you did. I did? You know, and,
I did.
you know, stuff's going to get
Happens to
bodied.
the best of us guys. Let's
Yeah.
face it.
Yes, I did.
Anyways,
Anyway, if you do something on somebody's advice and you trust them, you might not remember the specifics later. You know? No, you know, I'm okay with that.
Oh yeah, it was Brano.
See? 20 grand?
Yeah,
For what? What'd they do?
selling underweight products. Oh shit.
Oh! Johnny has a story for you.
Oh, man. Oh.
Dan, hang out. Johnny has a story for you. And we, good segue. Okay, Johnny, tell your story.
Man, I can't tell you how many grams of concentrates I've bought from Zenly, Verano, that have been under a gram. Like, not even close, like 0.8. Like, I can understand, like, if it was, like, you know, RSO and, like, maybe some of the alcohol or whatever had dissipated, but this is concentrated, like, shattered. Like, shattered.
that's
Why is it a 0.8 and you're selling it to me for $40? And then
Man.
How often did that? How many?
I bought an eighth, so I bought 3 grams, and all 3 of them were under a gram. All 3, same
A bad
batch,
batch.
same ID, same strain, same everything.
That was like a 3-finger deal.
Yeah,
I mean, it used to be with pot, you wouldn't weigh it, be 2-finger, 3-finger, 4-finger, you know,
Yeah.
how big a bag do you want? So maybe you only got the short bag.
right. Well, I mean, I bought.
That's a lot of money when you add it up.
Right. Well, you go to the recreational market and you get this. This is shatter also. I've gotten this on probably every single time. It's 1.2 grams
Ooh.
or better. So
what brand
this
is
is
that?
always
Shout
over.
the brand out.
Wow,
What we
I
got?
know
What's
where
the-
you-
Legend by Terrascend.
What's the strain?
Well, maybe they
This one's
took,
Taco Cat.
they
Woo,
took 2
Taco
off
Cat.
of one and put it on the other, and it's all the same now.
I like how Taco Cat is the same spelled backwards.
Forwards and backwards, yeah. Liz brought that up on the
Anagram?
podcast.
That was actually
Taco Cat, yeah.
What is the name for that?
Anagram? I'm trying to remember.
Anagram.
Race kind of the same thing.
But how many patients have, or how many people have bought from Verano and gotten shorted over the last 6 months? I mean, I get what, 12 grams a month on my allotment, and 0.8s. Come on, man. I'm wondering why I'm burning through, you know, $100 worth of concentrates in like 3-4 days when it should last me at least a week.
And how much packaging do you have to go through to get to your
Oh, well,
Okay.
it comes in a little
The box.
box.
Comes in a box. You
Then
open
there's a
that.
glass jar inside the box,
Right.
and then
And
you
then-
open the glass jar up. Then there's the paper with it
You know?
folded up
Yeah.
inside.
So I used to buy just a paper.
A fun fact about the dispensaries in New Jersey: not every single dispensary has a tip jar. Every single dispensary has a POS. Every dispensary even has a person outside to check your ID. Not one single dispensary has a complaint box.
Or a scale.
Or a what?
Or a
Well, that-
scale.
You know, that's asking for a lot, my man.
Oh, my
All right.
Well, I'm gonna start
That's-
going up to him and be like,
that's
listen, before I give you my money, I want you to weigh this out in
It's
front of me,
really
like my
funny.
old dealers used to do.
My friend has his own scale in a display case in the Bronx in a dispensary called Compod. Danny Danko of High Time said he his scale that was in like the display case as a relic of a bygone era, I guess. It was like really interesting and like really fun that way. Scales are good for a lot of things, including shrooms, which definitely need to be dosed.
Well, if you,
And then you. No.
you put a complaint, you put a complaint box and just have some fun, because I mean, if you could see somebody going to complain, you could have like a remote Wayne Verini voice go, "You eat it," when they put it in, you know.
You eat it.
Right, something like that, you know, and you know, automate it so that like when whatever you put it in, you open it up, you know, you'd close it and it would reply like, "Yeah, fat chance."
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Things like
these people, they
I
know.
have an idea,
They know.
guys.
How about somebody straps a box that says a complaint box with a rope around their neck and just walks into a dispensary and just waits outside or somewhere outside and see what people throw in that shit?
Oh wow, that would be like an interesting thing to film outside like an episode.
Yeah, you have to do it on public property though. On the sidewalk.
No, it's like no, it's like it's part of my outfit. You know, just like the American flag in the City Council of Edison. You know, part of your thing.
They may kick you out for that one.
This is part of my
Just
part
saying.
of me. You know,
They may kick you out for that one.
complaint box, a complaint.
I like
box,
it though. I like the
A
energy.
complaint.
I like it.
I just think that the tipping has just gotten way too out of control.
I can't tip anyone anymore. I'm done. I'm done tipping everybody. Nobody gets tips anymore.
The big issue because
Just
like
do
in
your
Europe,
job right. You know, you don't need tips. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's difficult in Europe. They don't
Everything's
really
worked
tip
into the
much.
price. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just do that. Oh, it's $59.93. Just make it 60. No tax. Whatever.
Big issue.
They don't allow you to tip on cruises. You try and they won't take it.
Well, that's what they should do at the dispensary. They should pay them enough that they don't need to have tip jars outside. Because I see the tip jar and I'm just like, you're not making enough money. I'm a patient. You know, come on.
So they have a 24-hour delivery service now that I've tried 2 days ago.
Oh really? Who's
Yes,
in
sir.
it?
Who
There's
is
a couple
it?
deliveries out there.
Let
now.
me talk about it, but I'll look it up as well. So yeah, so there's a delivery service. There is no minimum, but there's a $10 delivery charge before $50 orders. 24/7. Give me a second. I'll pass the mic, but I'll look it up.
I'm gonna do a dab.
Do that, do that.
Do dab. Ready?
Gonna do a dab right now. Do that, do that.
So the name of the service is called Mind Lift Dispensary. Okay, Mind Lift is the services, and they were really, really professional, responsive. They confirmed the order. The guy called me 10 minutes before he arrived. I paid with a card at the delivery, right there on the spot to my house. So it's either exact cash or a card. Exact right there. That was really nice and convenient. And this happened at 4 in the morning or 3 something in the morning. So 24/7. Now you don't have to wait for your dispensary to open up. They'll deliver to you. You just gotta pay $10 extra, and don't forget to tip your driver. Huh? I said to the guy,
I'm not doing it.
I don't want to be in your business or tip your, but I've never tipped before, so going off of other people, what do they usually give you? Like 28%? The guy says, look, somewhere around there. So I guess just like a waiter, about 20%, 15, 20%, 20%. Give them 25%, if you can. All right.
I was a former cab driver. I would say that was all about tips. I mean, it was, actually, it was, you got a certain percent, but not much. I don't know. I mean, I knew everything. To me, it was just nice being considered. Even a little bit. But then in the long run, it's really hurt because now I feel that for the other person, like the guy's driving and bringing a pizza and, shit, so I kind of.
Well, everything's just become unaffordable in the last few years. Prices of everything keep going up. Pay and wages are frozen. The cost of living goes up by 10%, but you only get 2.5% on your Social Security increase.
Yeah. Well, basically, I think people have really gotten better at having less leftovers,
What's a leftover?
No, it's sort of like dinner is like, even if it's for me, that's my function. I mean, it's because I feel better that way. on, you know. This is an hors d'oeuvre. And I won't be waiting my whole dinner. Well, there you go. And then I'll have that too. I don't know what it is. You know, I've become that person.
You shouldn't have to decide between food and medicine and housing.
Yeah. That's, you know, that's the crux of, I think, a couple
Apparently,
of stories that really
Scutari
bothered me.
doesn't think that.
You know, that when a patient, so, you know, let's say it's the breadwinner.
Godfather.
He can't make enough money and have his own medicine. You know, suppose the person has a whole lot of pain. When you're home, yeah, you don't want your little kids to see you crying out in pain, you know, because they're a rock when you can be. You know, and it kind of makes you just want to cry that they don't understand. So it's almost like if you have to choose when to take your medicine because you don't have enough, because you can't afford it all, because you do have to buy everybody the food. You know, it goes beyond the patient more often than not. Yeah, and it's the families that have to live within that, you know, that aren't even patients, so they're dragged in. You know? And, you know, I tell you how Chuck Kowski put it. The reason he put it that way is, yeah, he was testifying back in the days of before Bill Baroni went to jail for Pitchgate. He was a medical cannabis supporter. After hearing Charles Kwiatkowski do his thing with me sitting right next to him, and the EPA wrote him up something, and it had no snap, you know, and he's going to be reading. So I wrote for him, and I almost started mouthing the words with him. I thought, oh, fuck, that was close, you know. But what he said is, like, you know, I have 3 kids, 3, 7, and 9 and 7. My youngest one's 3 years old, and the other day, all she wanted was a piggyback ride, and she tugged on my pant leg, and it hurt me so bad I cried out in pain, and it scared her. And she started crying, and then my wife came in, and then she was upset. And I didn't, you know, and it's like I'm sensing that whole thing, and then what he said is, I'm her rock. I'm not supposed to be crying in front of her. Actually, it's something like that. I can't remember exactly what. Then Bill Baroni actually put his head down on the desk, like crying.
Oh, yeah, that's a sad story, man. Yeah.
You know, there should have been video of that. The videotape all those hearings, you know.
Yeah. Sometimes I hear
Let's go
a
to
lot of
the
times
video.
it's just a recording audio.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that was, you know, that was significant. It was the family.
Is there a bathroom in there? All the way back there?
You gotta go to the library.
Yeah.
Or you could be a vagrant and pee in the bushes.
Yeah, you could do that.
I'm just watering the flowers.
The State House Library has a nice crapper.
Is that what took you
I've
so
never
long?
been in there.
Very clean. It's very old school, very clean.
Nice. Good to know.
Yeah, it's those low urinals with the water in them. You can do the silencer mode on the back of the urinal. It's the best thing ever.
Silencer mode.
It's a library. You don't want everyone to hear you. It's a quiet library. Everyone can hear you. Tinkling. I can't, no. And you walk in, everyone's looking at you when you walk out of there. Did you wash your hands? Yes, I washed my hands. I wash my hands before I pee. Your parents lied to you. Your parents
Somebody doesn't actually ask you that, do they? Come on, man. I'm never going there. I mean, I wash, but I don't have to own up.
You're supposed to wash before you pee because your hands are everywhere right now. So you're going to touch your private areas right now? No.
That might be back to you. Give me a sec.
Now I gotta go.
He's got to go now. He's got to go. He's going across the street to a bush.
He's got a container in his car.
Dan's got a Gatorade.
He's
got a Gatorade bottle.
He's going to kneel on the driver's seat, and he's going to make like he's looking for something in the back seat while he pees into a wide angle container that can either be contained or poured out.
Dan, you need toilet paper?
That's what he's doing. I know it.
Got that turtle head?
Is that called projecting?
You need some turtle paper? Need some turtle head paper?
Am I too turtly for the turtle club?
You feeling kind of turtly?
Turtle.
Yeah, the thing about being here today on 420 is this really is
Fucking cold.
It's cold.
for us, you know. Throw the party for
This
us.
can
No. No, not yet.
You
Wayne.
eat it.
Yeah, okay.
You eat it.
How many buttons you got? That's it?
One. This one.
You eat it.
That one. This one.
You eat it.
And this one.
This concludes our podcast.
Wow. You know, when I was in WMR with William Haney, right in the studio there, you know, you could watch everything happening. And, you know, it wasn't on the other side of the glass. Now, Steve had, maybe like 40 or 50 things on a soundboard like that. And he was so quick at getting to the right one, you know. And it was fascinating watching. It was like he played it like an instrument, you know. I forget what it was. It was a double. He had a beep beep, like it's just like what beep beep. Wow, I was just starting to say. And it was like a Amco commercial did this double A beep beep, and you know.
Try what?
So Randall Cunningham was doing Amco commercials, and every time he mentioned Randall Cunningham, beep beep, he would do that, and then they started trying Randall Cunningham, and he was always ready. They couldn't. You know, the finger was quicker than your voice. Ooh, look at that. Just like a travel bag.
We gonna smoke a blunt. We gonna smoke a blunt. This paper's still a little wet. Oh,
Here goes the podcast.
there.
This concludes our podcast.
Not yet, Wayne. Not yet. We ain't done yet, Wayne. Remember when Wayne used to bring those big platters of sandwiches? Those were the best sandwiches, man. Perfect bite.
Greenies.
It was egg salad, chicken salad, tuna salad, turkey, and just whatever. It was awesome. Hooked us up.
Well, he's the one that got the Thanksgiving podcast thing going with Bernie's deli van cook. And she's have full turkey dinners given away or something. I had the nicest picture of a guy taking the full dinner away with a joint in his mouth, lit, walking down the road
Very clear.
when it wasn't legal. Yeah, it is good. You know, it's never going to be as good as it should be, but we really do have to a little bit marvel at where we are right now and what you're doing without having to look over the shoulder. You know?
Oh, this blunt that I'm rolling?
Well, I mean, okay, it started out here as across the street if you want to smoke, not on this side of the street. Other side of the street's Trenton Police. This side of the street's State Police. So State Police say, go over there in your Trenton Police problem, and Trenton Police don't care. Well, they stopped once or twice, and one or two people with cars walked up first, and the others, he didn't want everybody, you know what I mean? It worked. But, you know, there'd be like maybe 8 people, and 4 would have their wall back to the wall facing this way, and 4 would be facing them. The people with the cards would be facing out that way, and if you didn't have one, you just stand there. And then I'd be at the podcast.
Remember those days?
Looking back across, and I'd see 12 people over there, and I'm the only one at the podcast table. You know, what the hell is that all about?
Smoke break.
Yeah, I get to play whatever music I want, and that's my friend. But you can't just put stuff on YouTube up there and violate copyright or something.
This is true.
Yeah. So, you know. Well, but one time I was just having fun and I put on this piano thing, boogie thing I knew, and then I knew the video, John Blom's, you know, from Thoroughbreed Freshman.
What's that? Oh, grow weed at home.
Okay, now that's a
Grow weed at
Grow
home.
weed at home.
felony still. It's a felony to grow weed in New Jersey. It's a felony regarding cannabis in the Garden State.
It's Miller time. It's a Miller Minute with Jim. It's Jim Miller time.
There's another one.
Thanks for coming today.
Where's the other one?
This is Jim. Got a minute? Oh, I
Too
love
bad,
that
because
one.
it's the Jim Miller Minute anyway.
No. 420. It's always an anniversary.
It's 120, not 420. Just like they say at the liquor stores, it's 420 somewhere.
You know, Mike Kessler, for anybody who might know Mike, he decided the 420 sucked because he's working at 420 or sleeping at 420 most of the time. So what he would do on Wednesday, a couple of the guys and then me eventually would go over to his place and everybody bring something, cake, grapes, ice cream, whatever. And then we'd watch a video and just at 8:40, it was twice as good as 420.
So do we celebrate 420 in the morning, 420 or 8:40 in the morning, then 420 in the afternoon, then 7:10, and then 8:40 again?
You know,
Can't you it's always 420.
It's obviously always 420 somewhere on anything 20. So it's sort of like, here's the Reykjavik, a little bit earlier, an hour earlier, I think it is. I'm trying to remember. I used to be pretty good at having, one, because, there's two 420s, going on. So it's at some time, you only really had to know 12,
Can I get that clip, please?
Can I get that clip?
And what's that?
That was a clip from Wayne.
Oh.
He wanted me to make him a clip, so I made it for him.
Where's the original Jim Miller song? Is this it? This is it. I like this one.
It's Miller time with Jim.
It's the Miller moment with Jim.
Oh, man, I gotta do a soft shit here,
It's Miller time with Jim.
I like that.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Like that.
That's what I played for a year, the saxophone.
The saxophone.
Yeah, well, at the time, guitar would have been a better thing, but there was like stuff like saxophone for the classics and some spooky.
Can you play guitar like this?
It's not a guitar.
Crooked grin. Guys out. I'm fucking in. Last chase.
There you go.
Circle every place that
the lead.
Oh, we got both over.
You eat it. 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 Eat it. Eat that weed.
It's time for you eat it. I was waiting.
You eat it. 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 Eat it. You eat it. You eat it.
Where's it coming from? Where's it coming from?
Mercy on everybody. That sounded like the way Boston legal.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
Just
What'd
saying
you-
that's reminded me. Had like little Boston legal beginning with that show. I mean, that was a great show. Yeah, that was. I did like the guitar work. No, yeah. Before when it built up, you just know it was. And it was the silence rang out. I thought.
No, I wanted to wait for the.
No, but that was. I gave it the old.
I got you.
Yeah, I could feel it coming. You knew it was coming.
Yeah, man.
You let me down.
This is a shovel. Shovel dab.
You know, I mean, it'd be like, say, the talk show host, you know, and the one, like, you got a
There's a
band,
new
make a
version
hand
of that.
sign, the guy gives a little rim shot for
There's
you.
a new version of Shovel
Yeah.
Dab.
Take two.
You gotta be ready. You gotta be ready for that.
No, that's dab, 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 dab,
Oh.
dab, dab, dab.
Oh, it's the dab song. Dab, 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 dab.
You got some ska to be playing.
Yeah, man.
This is it. We're smoking weed out here. We are
We're
smoking weed.
doing dabs.
Happy 420. Woo! Happy 420. Yes. Yes. Dab, 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 dab.
Dab, 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 dab. Every doing is fine. Every doing thing is fine. In the paradise. In the paradise.
Dab, dab, dab. Dab, 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 dab.
Dab, 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 dab. You eat it. Every doing thing is fine.
they're tasty.
Can I try some?
Yeah, you can roll one up.
I don't smoke roll-ups.
What's that?
I don't smoke roll-ups.
Play homegrown next. Power to the patients.
Oh yeah, let's play that one.
We're all fucking patients, man.
My card expired. I didn't know it.
Every doing thing is fine.
And you don't know it yet, but yeah, you are a patient too. It's okay, man.
Every doing thing is fine. All right, the dab song. Dab, 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 dab. Dab, 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 dab. Now, where's Power to the Patients? Kevin? Where's that? That should be in your email box.
My email box. All right. Let me check that out.
Right next to your security code for your phone.
I have Johnny Stash, Power to the Patients.
Well, you can get that on YouTube. You can get that anywhere you
Outlet
download
to the
music.
patients.
Apple Music,
Outlet
iTunes.
to the patient.
Out now.
Outlet to the patient.
You can even Shazam this song. It'll show up. This song's for you, Skatari.
Pray.
No homebrew because of you.
One good night in a row.
Power to the Patients.
Let us go.
I like this one.
Well, it's out now on Pandora.
Oh, really?
You can download this on iTunes.
Yeah, this
No.
is really good.
It's weird.
Like
Sometimes
my
I feel like
favorite.
when we have a 420 like this, we feel really into the
Well, I wrote it for you guys.
Because we
I
used
mean,
to have a
it
happy
really is. I mean,
progressive, happy
it captures the
that
vibe.
I can relate to the people already.
Well, I changed the lyrics, because of what you guys said.
Yeah, I'm not sure the thing. Like,
I appreciate
sure
us.
they did like rap, like Lefty did, like how they.
I listen. That's why I made you a song. And him, Liz, Sue.
This one here, even without the word, it's
I don't know.
the word.
The top one angry. Maybe they find, they yell.
Like
I have like 15 versions of this song.
this one.
This one was the best.
Well,
One
you
of
know,
the best.
When we play stuff, play the same songs a lot every other Friday. We everything different. Let's try with a different beat, And it's funny when you find something way better than you've been doing for 5 years. That's fun. You'd probably enjoy sitting in on one of our.
Yeah.
We just smoke pretty much the whole time. And
I'm just exhausted.
Okay,
My
we should be
grandma
back.
died last week, and
But
I've been dealing with
we're
other
not,
shit.
the
so.
wheels go off every song,
All right.
and they come back on.
Happy 420. That was a
Happy.
song called Power to the Patients, written by Johnny Stash, Johnny Trash, Johnny Shrooms, Johnny. What's the other one? There's about 10 of them.
I think you covered all of them.
Okay. Other Johnny Shrooms. Johnny Shroom.
Well, there's a Mushroom Man song too now. Did you know about that?
No. Yes, sir.
I can send it to you.
I don't know. I like it. It's not a Johnny Stash. I just, that has a ring.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like going to Johnny. Hey,
Yes, Johnny.
Who's that? That's Johnny.
Well, I had to take that name because I figured that, with all this legalization, people would want that name. And then I found out that there is a company called Stash in South Jersey with the double H.
Johnny's Stash.
I'm going to have to go after them for copyright infringement.
There's something I've always wanted to do, and I wish somebody would push me to do it. That when I was having all those operations long ago, my feet, one got delayed until like afternoon. I hadn't been eating all day, and now there's not that many people there. I'm being taken care of. Come in pre-op. Woman says, "Hi, my name's Mary Jane." That's what she says, and I'm like, "This is gonna be fun." It is like epic. Then I swear to God, and as a matter of record somewhere, she looks at the clock and goes, "Okay, it's 4:20." She didn't say 20 after 4. The first two things she said was, "My name's Mary Jane," while she's writing it down. And then she looks up and goes, "Okay, it's 4:20," and I'm like in a hospital thinking, "Okay, am I alive?" Or is this like heaven? They're checking me in with Mary Jane 420. But anyway, it's got to be a matter of record. I mean, I know exactly what kind, But I had so many operations and was in like multiple times, so I don't know if I could find it. But that would be there's things I really never went back on too. That would offer proof.
I think I'm gonna get going.
Yeah, thanks for calling, man.
Good seeing you guys.
You're like a great 420 edition because you got really good stories and it made me laugh a lot today. It was perfect.
Thank you, Dan from Heady, New Jersey. You're the man.
Yeah, man.
We love you. Where you heading to today? Where you heading? Give me grab a mic. Grab a mic.
Where
you heading now?
I'm gonna go right. I'm not really planning like a crazy day. I've been kind of trying to do low key stuff. Between own health and loss in the family recently. So,
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you. Yeah, it was difficult. Long time coming, but still intense. So, here we are. Good seeing you guys. Take care.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Later.
I almost misheard you when you said, "Where are you heading now?"
Where's Hetty heading?
So
Where's Hetty heading?
Hetty?
Hetty?
Where is Dan heading to?
Dan, where are you heading? Hetty.
Heading.
Heading Hetty to.
It's Headley.
Headley. Headley.
Headley Lamar.
Headley.
You got that?
I'm picturing Harvey Korman.
Headley.
One of my favorite movies. Oh man, let me whip this out. No, I used to do that when I was mailman Jim, and I'd go into the congressman's office for somebody else, and I'd have to email. It might be from say Milwaukee, for an example. And I'd be like, "Hi, I'd like you to talk to whatever." And, "Are you a constituent?" I go, "Hell no, I'm not even from St. Saul, Mississippi. I'm here for it." And I'd say, "I'm here on behalf of the constituent." And then I'd go, "Let me whip this out." And I would do the "let me whip this out" and pull it out from my pocket, But anyway, then that was the corral. I'd say "I'd like you to talk with Jim Miller when he brings us to your office." So basically, I was using the email as a way to introduce myself, and it worked every time. Every time. Thomas Island.
He was a commander in Chiefert.
He was a big wig. It's funny how you have a law and control, but you choose to whisper.
I don't know, it's not embarrassing. He was a cool dude. He probably killed a bunch of people. Vietnam, Korea.
Control, you could tell.
Sure wasn't World War II.
This is going to break a little to the left. And it's a bit downhill.
You eat it.
Yeah, it's funny.
You eat it.
Seriously, I mean, the podcast, it's fun for us. That's the whole point. And I think that for all the other podcasts, yeah, we're here for purpose. But this is like us saying thank you to us, starting the year like this, just a 420 start.
Just a pat on the back.
Yeah.
Slap.
Yeah,
Good job, Jim. Good job, Lefty.
No tobacco.
circle back.
It's tobacco? Tobacco?
Yes,
Ooh, why do you do that?
I like it.
Ooh, you're naughty.
I like it.
Naughty.
I'm being naughty today. I'm being naughty.
Having been a former cigarette smoker, I wouldn't choose it if it were my choice, but
Let me get a cigarette, yo.
It doesn't,
Let me get a cigarette, Jim.
doesn't tobacco. Not cigarette,
I'm surprised we haven't seen Marlboro cannabis in the dispensaries or any of those.
It's coming.
Winston and is it really? Have you? Yeah.
Of course, they all got their hands in it.
I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah.
They're losing money.
Oh no.
Oh.
No, not the bell. The bell. I don't know why we have to do. I don't know why we have to do that now. We do it for podcasts, but. There's some showing up. See, the thing is, though, the pictures. Pictures will come in handy for some time to come. Attached to anything I send to the governor's office. It really works.
You eat it.
And now it goes alongside the one we did on Thanksgiving, where it was asked saying, Governor Cheryl, patients need your help. Governor-elect Cheryl, patients need your help.
Well, she's the governor now.
Yeah. So,
You eat it.
but that's like it's the pictures that was important.
Yeah.
Because those two together now show that was November, giving her a chance to weigh in, because she could have talked to her future coming right up Senate president while she was governor-elect. Could have asked him then what's going on and been done with it before the 100 days started. Even. In other words, this did not need to even wait till she took office. It didn't. Here's the story. If you know this now, there's only so much you can do, but this is it. And I got to talk to whoever I talked to at the office when campaigning. They're trying to stuff in the microphone.
No, I can't say I have.
I miss my little microphone stand. I'll bring mine.
Would you like mine?
no. No.
Okay.
No.
Well, screw you then.
I'm out of coffee. I can stick it right in there.
What are you doing?
You eat it.
You need a power bank? Well, you're in luck. I have one.
What are the odds of that? A power bank? I've been all alone over here. I've been off to the side. Been hiding.
So what are the chances that?
Say it on the mic. I can't hear you. Stop, please. Here you go.
Oh,
Here comes the wind.
yeah.
Here comes the wind.
Here comes the sun. Do 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 do.
It's my mic. That was my mic making all that noise. Great. Okay.
Are you stuttering or are you saying my mic?
Does it work? Yes. Good.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, no
Thank you,
win.
sir.
Do it quick. No win. No win.
All right, so we might have one more guest.
Who might you be trying to reach? Somebody?
Maybe.
See if you can get Wayne on the phone. Should have some segue music.
Segway music. We have lots of Segway music.
Segue music?
Yeah, I have something.
Is that a genre?
Actually, what we didn't do is we forgot to do this.
And you play me like a clown, just a fool, bitch. So just step back. I'm mad that when I come down strapped, I thought you was my piece, but you play me out now. I'm mad as hell and I'm full of doubt. Who you wanna roll with? Who you wanna roll with? Lefty, hey, let's roll. Who you wanna roll with? Who you wanna roll with? Lefty, let's roll. Machine, what people say they stay.
Suck my dick because that's a banana report. Stop! No. All right. Yeah, Mikey said chocolate. You can't say that no more. That's for me. No, it's Gina. We're trying to be nice. What's happening? No, you're trying to be nice. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Say it again. Say it again. Okay.
Wayne, go.
Yeah, you can't. When you don't understand. You ever put your hand on a fence? It's shocking you. I can't think.
You ever whiz on the electric fence?
Turn it on. The other way. It's the other way.
The other, no, you don't pull it out. All day, would we all be laughing?
This isn't a laughing matter.
I'm in there too.
But anyway.
What are you doing?
Voice when I started saying that.
Right.
Like, but you're both in front of microphones, and you know, my sideline, peripheral vision, near the microphone, and Wayne starts answering, and it's like, what the hell? What the? Oh.
You eat it.
Yeah. Yeah, the things never went slow when he was around.
He was the only one that moved slow.
Yeah, he moves slow. The mouth didn't move slow.
No. Well, his mouth had to make up for it.
Yeah. I used to really like when he just like throw something up, he'd be out like having a couple tokes behind the deli or something, and he'd go live for a little bit, you know. And it was always interesting. It was like not really responding, but you felt like you were there because it was about nothing in particular. Or he'd do that driving.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
God bless his soul.
Bell
Well,
it should be a 420 Bell exemption.
thank you, Mad Hat. Can't take them off. Maggie. Maggie. I can't get past the word. Maggie. M-word. Marijuana. No. The marijuana. CMMNJ is on our list, right? Yeah. Ken Wolski, thank you for stopping by today. We love you, Ken.
Yes.
And the coalition.
Thank you, Ken. Thank you for
That's
everything you do.
Coalition for Medical Meaner word. New Jersey the M word. Coalition for Medical N word. Yes.
Yeah.
You mean cannabis?
The Coalition for Medical Cannabis New Jersey.
Yeah, you know, names can be changed.
Can be. Why don't you put in a
Nah.
resolution? I'll second it.
Nah.
I'll third it.
No, that's another one. That's NAAA. National Advancement.
No.
for
No.
African American
Then we'd have to change the shirts and the logo and the website.
And then answer questions. You know, didn't used to be. And,
No. And no.
You know what it was about CMMN? It's like you can't say MN and then N.
CMMN.
Yeah, like two M's.
CMMN.
Yeah, right. It's that kind of thing. CMMN. It's like CMN, M&M.
CMMNJ. CMMNJ.
It's been like being Jim Miller. It sounds like Jim Miller with one M, and you gotta actually stop, let it resonate, and then do the second.
Resonate. RESINATE. Resonate on 420.
Oh, not like this kind of resonate?
On 420, we resonate here on 420.
Can you write the alphabet backwards?
Could you write the alphabet backwards?
Surprisingly, everybody, I can't. And he did that, like, with me on video. He wanted to write it down backwards. I forget what the setup was for, and I couldn't do it.
Well, could you write it down forwards first and then copy it backwards?
Yeah, well, the thing is, that would have kind of worked, you know. But it was embarrassing because I don't know if it wasn't a podcast. It was just that he was videotaping, and it's like
that was the point.
If I got embarrassed over shit like that, I'd be crushed. But I don't. Well, yeah, I've often got like a question: why do you like all of a sudden own yourself when nobody? It'd be like, hey, you didn't see that? I tried to play the microphone like a harmonica because I thought I had the harmonica in practice. I said, hey, did you see the stupid shit I just did? Why would I call attention to it? Aren't you supposed to, like, be glad it slipped under the radar? It's almost like, I don't know. It makes people feel better, though, because, you know, when I can do something like stupider than them, you know, I don't mind.
Yeah.
Of course, it could be an
So thank you, CMMNJ. Boop, 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 CMMNJ. I'm going to do this all night. I love it. CMMNJ.
Well, sorry, they come through every Thanksgiving.
I love CMMNJ.
They're the reason all the personal hygiene products got given away over all these years. And, you know, if you count all that years up, that's a lot.
They support us every Thanksgiving. They give us money and
they buy all
goods, and
stuff.
we love CMMM. No, we love CMM, and I can't even do it now. CMMNJ.
Too late, it's ingrained now. You know.
CMMNJ. Boop, 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 boop. CMMNJ.
You can say it one day.
UFCW, Local 152, Local 360. Thank you. Arlo Glass, OprahMachine.com, and SativaCross.org, where you can donate $1 million to our organization, SativaCross.org.
UFCW?
UFCW. UFCW.
No, I don't know if I didn't recall.
UFCW. I said UFCW. We love Hugh Giordano.
That's all I'm not sure. I may have missed it.
I always said that the Mad Hatter should have got the UFCW in there right off the bat. Well, this is the me.
They got one really stellar, impressive road crew there when I got to be somewhere or show up, you know. They're a good team. Jake from UFCW. I remember his name, not from State Farm. Jake from UFCW. Otherwise, I forget names.
So we're facing the entrance of the State House, where many of these people on this list were
conceived.
What?
That's your saving grace before sadness.
I tell you, you know, like it was a good guess. It fit. You know, it had all the nuance to that might be the answer. You know,
And it was tied into the Mad Hatter.
Yeah. Well, they're on the bereavement list. Now they're the sad hatter.
The Sad Hatter.
Stop it.
Oh no.
Stop it.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, when you say something and it echoes back to you, it makes you laugh.
Nothing wrong with that.
It sounded even better in my head after I heard it out loud. I ran it around the track one time. And it picked up speed on that lap.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man.
Fuck you guys.
You know you love us. Come on now.
Now Lefty's not going to be able to say Mad Hatter without laughing for another week. Somebody else will mention it. It'll be like a post-hypnotic suggestion. Every time you hear Mad Hatter, you're going to burst out in laughter. You can't explain.
No, it's sad. I'm going to say it is a sad Hatter. It is sad. Damn it. That's what's funny about it. It is sad. So it's a roller coaster of emotions for me.
You know, when you're 73, it's easy to be immature because I could be acting 67.
Act your age, not your shoe size, Jim.
Oh,
So, yeah, I wonder how many people were conceived here at the State House over there. Actually,
On the lawn.
We're on the lawn here and over there. We grew pot, or we grew a bunch of weed over here.
I wonder how many marriages broke up because of it.
At least one.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
That's not even funny. I'm not what? Oh my goodness, no, that's not even funny.
You're not allowed to be funny. Don't laugh in recognition.
Oh. All right. Well, now I'm sad because of the Sad Hatter and all that. So now here we go. Here we go. And I remember Cheryl. She came to the State House here.
Oh yeah.
Many times.
Yeah.
Remember when there was a visual?
Yeah. That's a double private joke.
A visual?
A visual.
A visual of a vigil.
He's
Hey!
This is like I'm the only one that could possibly understand it.
Because I'm the only one.
What you meant. Wayne would have understood too, because he told William, "Stop saying it like that." What the hell you call it that for?
It's a visual. Candlelight visual.
Well, the thing is,
Visual.
I met William because he had visuals. But there was like 4 people that he was remembering on whatever day, occasionally in Philadelphia, like Rittenhouse Park or whatever it's called, you know. And so he got in touch because of Cheryl, and he said, "Hey, I'm from Pennsylvania, but you know, you can come and be part of that." So I did, you know. So we met there. So I say what all it was, though, you know. But that was just kind of funny. Yeah. Anyway, when Cheryl thought we were special, first time she came here, as a state trooper assisted us everywhere we went. And I had to explain to the rest, he wasn't here to assist you, he was here keeping an eye on me. You know, they didn't want me to roam around there at all. I mean, they had nobody else to pick on, too, because we had no help here. We were like the only annoyance in this issue.
Annoyance.
Great.
We did get to talk with Senator C. Louis Bassano, the Republican that got a law passed for Controlled Dangerous Substances Therapeutic Research Act, where the health department in New Jersey would get in touch with the health department in Washington and ask for the legal federal marijuana to distribute to their patients here and keep track of how it would work. This was like what was discussed in 93 after coming here. You know, it seems like part of the whole impossible history lesson.
Yeah, man.
It's been about a third of a century for me. Watching it grow. So I think I appreciate more than a lot of people that I'm an adult and I have some cannabis in my car. And I don't care if I'm being followed or the law enforcement involved, because they must look over my shoulder. And, you know, and still there's a reflex reaction now and then, and I'm like,
last night I had a cop pull up behind me. I pulled right over and then still in the back of my mind, it bothers me.
well, if you pulled over and he pulled over behind you, that'd been worse.
This is also true.
I did that one time. I knew I was going to get stopped, so I pulled over.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, I was just about to throw my lights on. Good thing you pulled over."
When he came up, I said, I thought I'd pull over because it's going to be no good anymore up here. I mean, I knew the road well, you know, and you wouldn't be able to.
Doing you a favor.
Yeah, the thing is, I was nervous then because the chances are there was going to be something in the ashtray, maybe. You know, so even the most simple thing.
Yep. Remember that? Like, oh, what's this seed in here? Oh, I don't know. It fell from a tree. Well, I'm gonna have to charge you with it.
Yeah.
So I've been looking for that. Thanks.
Yeah, I just wanted to plant that when I got home.
You know. Hey, while you're down there, can you find this joint? It rolled
I think it fell between the seats next to my Parkway tokens.
Cheryl Miller. Sabina Rose. Diane. Gracie. Cindy May. Marie. Jack. Joan. Randy. Polly. Bill. Chad. Jeremy. Colette. Matt. Troy. Russ. Roger. Jay. Ella. Hattie. Jackie. Anthony. Jake. Armando. Felicia. Lynn. Dan. Sean. Joyce. Lori, Frank, Brian, Flo, Carl, Thorn, Frank, Lorraine, Terry, Charlotte, Cher, Jay Bird, Michael, Marley, Colette, Brendan, Red, Rico, Lou, Becky, Lawanda, Chip, Paul, Lisa, Marcus, Gary, Julia, Wayne, Waxy, Joe Marie, Paul, Jeff.
We missed them all.
All gone before. For what we call the light at the end of the tunnel, I suppose.
This concludes our podcast.
This concludes our podcast.
Thank you, Wayne.
Yeah, you need that pregnant pause there. That's good. You know, he holds it.
This concludes. This concludes our podcast.
This concludes our podcast.
Yeah, this concludes the podcast.
Do it in the mic. Do it again.
Yeah, that concludes the podcast. I second that. Where's that balloon? Hey, where'd the balloon go?
This concludes our podcast.
That's in Stony Baloney's voice.
It's Patrick.
Oh, yeah. Good man. He's a man of voices.
Hey guys, that's good. This concludes our podcast, guys.
Guys.
What do we do now?
Thing is, you know, there's probably other stuff
Pack
to do.
that bowl.
Back that bowl.
He'll have that. It turned into a song.
I was already working. Damn it, Jim.
Damn it, Jim. I'm a writer.
I could smell the wheels burning over there. You know. Oh, that would be a good. You know, thinking like a song lyric now.
Man, I already put together 3 or 4 new songs this morning before I left.
Let's see what we got here. All right, last song for 420. Dab on the Beach. Take 2. Okay, we're gonna take 2. We have it here. Oh, I think I have the volume down. That's what I did. Yes. Let's try it again. Back it up. Hey, I like it. I like it already.
On the Jersey Shore, the patients grow what they need from the back deck to the corner store.
Dab on the beach. Dab on the beach. Dab on the beach.
But this flower makes me walk. Brown bag medicine, but the bud stays green. Legalize it on the Jersey Shore. The patients grow what they need from the back to the corner store.
Dab on the beach.
Down to Wildwood Nights, Grandma's little garden, under porch lights.
See, that one was for you, Jim, under porch lights. Because you said they used to grow underneath street lights.
Yeah, right?
I used You eat it. You eat it.
You eat it.
Dab on the beach.
Oh, I like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
You outdone yourself, sir.
No, it reminded me of something I couldn't figure out what though.
That's good.
No, it is. You know, it just sounds like something the Clash would do. Somebody in China. Yeah, that's in my head now. That's the kind of song now. It's like replaying the track in my head.
That's in my brain. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's
You're
in my
welcome for
friggin'
your
head
earwig.
now.
That's like a really,
That's my specialty.
That's messed up, man. That's messed up.
Yeah, I like that.
I can't get it out of my head now.
The drums in that just sounded really.
At least you're not playing the Corporal song.
I love this.
Yeah, I do too. But what I'm hearing that and thinking,
Oh, hi. How you doing, man?
Hey, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while.
What's going on? How are you, brother?
How are you? How's it
Good.
going? I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, we had to come out here for 420, man.
Of course.
Yeah. What you doing here in Trenton?
You know, just I ended up in Trenton today. I figured I would go check out what you were doing.
I'm glad you came by. Yeah, man. What you been up to?
Usual work.
Yeah.
You know.
Have I ever given you the 3 questions? Give them like I have to give you the 3 questions. These are fun questions.
Okay.
For 420. They're 420 related
420
questions.
related questions?
Yeah.
All right. Then.
These are fun.
Okay, let's do it.
I could probably get both of you, maybe.
I'll just listen.
Okay, this is actually pretty good.
She never listens to me. This is like the first time ever.
It's 420.
It's a holiday.
Yeah. It's a treat. You get a pass.
Yeah. So, for the record, what is your name?
Steven?
Steven. What is your favorite munchie food?
Oh, that's a tough one. I think right now it would probably be those nerd ropes.
I love those. Yeah.
My lovely fiance got me addicted to them.
Yeah. Thanks for the diabetes, because I'm telling you, that's a bag of diabetes right there. They're so good. I don't want them around me.
Dip them in can of oil.
Yeah, no, I've seen pop ones like that. The ropes that were like infused.
Oh yeah.
You can't taste the weed. All you taste is the
nerd.
The nerd. So the nerd girl. And what about like a hot food, like a savory food? Like, what would you?
Like for infusions or for
You're stoned and you want to go out to dinner. You want to have something to eat. What would be like your go-to for?
I want to have a shawarma. Like the Avengers.
Now I'm starving. These questions always make me hungry.
Yeah, man.
The first time you ever got stoned, how old were you, and what was your experience like?
Gotta ask her that.
I think I was like 16, and like I was at my friend's party in the backyard in Edison, New Jersey, and I just remember like all the colors being very, very bright. And I was like, oh,
Very bright.
and then I went home and I think I had a good night's sleep.
Oh yeah, for the first time and ever.
And I had like a bag of potato chips too.
Of course.
The best bag ever.
Like the old Wise bags, you know.
Oh yeah.
I had a bag of those.
Nice. Now I'm hungry for that too. That would be one of my favorite bunch of foods. Sorry. Oh, are you still in Edison now or no?
No, I'm in East Brunswick.
Oh, East Brunswick.
Not
Okay.
that
Okay. Yeah, Edison. We had some fun in Edison last few years. With Bongholio.
Yeah, I follow your exploits.
Oh man,
It's
that
a
was
lot of stuff you've done.
that was nuts. That Edison was crazy.
I wasn't Bayonne. But
Bayonne is crazy. I'm gonna get that
You
like.
ever go to Fluffy's Chicken in Bayonne?
Not yet. Not yet. Is
Like,
it? You like it?
That is like unbelievable place. Like
Really?
yeah.
All right, I gotta go. I've seen it. I walked past it the other day, but I go to barbecue chicken down the road, the Korean barbecue chicken.
There's a Korean chicken place by me that's really I like the Korean chicken because it's like extra crunchy a lot of times.
It's like tempura batter, like.
But you got to try Fluffy's. It's something else. If you're in Bayonne,
What is it
you're
called?
in Bayonne.
Fluffy's?
Fluffy's chicken in Bayonne.
Yeah.
Why is it called Fluffy's?
I couldn't tell you that, but I can tell you the chicken is very like it does have like this kind of airiness to it in a way.
Okay.
Like some nuggets are kind of tight, like
Okay.
kind of like and some feel like they're just like
kind of.
So it's
like,
not chicken slurry, it's chicken breast.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like something like maybe it wasn't frozen like 5 times or whatever it was. Maybe they pressure cooked it and just expanded.
Was it
like that.
mechanically separated? And
Chicken
turned into
sausage.
a slurry and then
No,
poured into a
I
mold?
really feel like I was eating like a real bird and not like some other random crap.
Sorry, who's talking? I'm sorry,
Are you talking? No, I'm just getting hungry.
I know.
Right?
These questions make me
Especially
hungry.
for good chicken.
Well, we're gonna have to go to the joint. No chicken wings after 9.
Oh my goodness.
I might miss my exit and be at the Garnet Grill 10 minutes later.
Talking about food on 420. Oh my goodness. I just want some cheese and crackers. I'll be happy. Cheese crackers and some olives.
Like the Cheez-Its?
The toasted Cheez-Its, extra toasty Cheez-Its with the
Ooh.
cheese on top.
Yeah,
extra
yeah.
cheese
Extra
on.
cheese on top?
Like a really like sharp cheddar or
And an olive.
and an olive.
And an olive.
Oh,
Gotta
yeah.
have the olive. A big green olive.
Alright, you guys are stoned now.
Easy.
Yeah, you think?
Dedicated, sir.
You think?
I'm dedicated just listening to this.
So we did the list. We're done. Actually, great timing because we just did our list and we're like, okay.
How's the rain in New Jersey?
I'm glad to
See
see
if
you.
it-
You know,
see
you
if
ever
it
need anything,
Yes.
give me a call. I'm on your Facebook.
Yeah, I know. Thank you.
Happy 420, guys.
Happy 420.
Oh, it has.
All right. Oh my goodness, I'm knocking things over.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but nothing's better.
Not yet.
Yet.
Wow. So there we go. Happy 420, everyone. We'll see you when we see you. See ya.
Oh, yes.
See ya. Hi, Pew Pew Petey. Pew 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 Petey. Pew Pew. Pew Pew Petey joined. Hi, Pew Pew Petey.
Just feel like there's one more thing left
What-
today that just happened. I don't know what.
What do we forget?
No, we're forgetting. It's just something will happen. Somebody will drive by, somebody will walk out,
Yeah.
You know.
As soon as we start breaking it down.
Now here comes Chris Christie.
Yeah, Chris Christian walks up, or Mikey Sherrill walks up. Hey, Mikey, how are you?
You know, dude, you think Chris Christie ever thinks if he's like in Trenton, hey, listen, let me out here and pick me up down the road. I think I just want to walk down the sidewalk. And then if I were Chris Christie, I'd be wanting to walk down the sidewalk and make people go, what the hell?
What are you doing here? Oh, dressed up like the governor again. That'd be pretty funny. With an entourage.
Well, and you know, this governor does residing in Brunswick. He's finally back in Brunswick, right on 206, just before Princeton, where anybody can stand on the other side of the road with any kind of signs you want, and there's nobody else to be seen.
I hear the wheels in Jim's head moving.
Well, you know, I've been to Brunswick before, and you know, actually, back in the day, you used to be able to go on the side on the way in where you could pull a car over there, you know, and then the gate had like a speaker there. So we were there, and it was like a rite of passage. Everybody was there, how to go and buzz, like to buzz in. And they ask you, and you'd say, hey, I'd like to, you know, and we do that. And then there came a geese control, whatever they were doing. And they put a sign on the back of the van, like, you know, while they were going in, because it was like getting in. You know? So the guy would go there to do the geese, and it's this medical marijuana sign.
Yay!
Yeah, it was great.
Winning!
Yeah.
Winning!
And then I was actually at a press conference thing here, and we heard that the governor was going back to Brunswick. It might have been McGreevy or something. I can't remember who.
McGreevy.
But it was like there was something going on behind outdoors, and with all the traffic there, when very much a lot of 18-wheelers going by, you give them the pull horn sign.
Mm-hmm.
So all day,
Truckers.
they in the press could hear, because we were there before the governor's people, you know, who was driving in, so they knew we were there. So that's right, yeah, he was coming by with Gina. I virtually like left in the middle of saying something. I quit, man, just raced down there. But I don't know. I just I'd like to think we'd have a governor one day, and maybe already do, that you wouldn't have to do stuff like that forever.
Wait, we don't have a governor yet?
That would do that? No, we don't have a governor that knows we're on the face of the earth as far as I know. Usually when
You're going to have to change that, Jim. We're going to have to go inside.
Yeah, well.
We're going to have to go shake babies and kiss hands.
Oh.
This concludes our podcast.
All right.
Suits only pass.
Alrighty. Well, that was fun.
Yeah, man.
So I'll talk to you tomorrow night for the board meeting. Okay. What the ode? You don't have to remind me. I know the ode.
It's right there.
I know.
Yeah, right. It is right up around the corner. Holy shit. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, the bells are tolling. Round one. Point.
Jimi Hendrix bell.
Listen to that sustain.
Somebody's gonna make that into a song.
Well, they went with songs to the battle. They were young, straight of limb, true of eye, steady and aglow. They were staunch to the end against odds uncounted. They fell with their faces to the foe. They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them.
This concludes.
That's it, Wayne. You got it right for the first time ever. You got it right, Wayne. That's the end of the podcast.
This is
Where I would go. Oh, when I'm still here.
Hang up. Hang up, Jim. Hang up. Hit the button, Jim. Hit the button. Hit the button. Where's the button? I want to go to have dinner.
Where's my computer? What am I doing?
All right. We'll see you later. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.